Boing.
I have a thing here that is extra boing. I can't even
Do it
really
again.
say it's like.
There, wait. Let me put my pasty.
I feel like all of my
arms
hair
behind it.
is in this thing.
It does feel like it. It has a nice heft to it. Like there's weight to this.
It all curled up into one.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the boing stream. And this time it's just the hair. Tap into my hair. Hello, Psycho. This is indeed fine. Congrats on being first, second, and third fighting Skinner. Nice. I feel
Always worth it to do that.
something is weird.
What is weird?
Oh, it's the cicadas in the background. I cannot hear the background music.
Oh.
But that's not because something is broken this time, it's because...
No, that's because the game is too
the
loud.
game is very loud in the background. It's fine. It's warm.
This heat has me yawning.
I am beat. I am beat because yesterday evening we spent 3 games, 4 hours of Mario Party Jamboree with Psycho. I had a blast. I won all the rounds. But it was a...
Full cheating.
I didn't cheat.
Absolute cheating. There's no other way.
I haven't cheated, Tifa. I played strategically. And I informed you guys while playing what I was doing, what I would be doing, and it worked beautifully. So I don't see the problem with it. No apologies from me. I won. Well, 1 round the CPU won, but that doesn't count.
True.
One day, Jack, one day. Is still me going to be the one winning? Because I cannot lose at Mario Party for some reason. Have you ever won a single round on stream, Tifa?
On stream? I'm not sure.
I don't think you have. Actually, yes, you have. One.
I actually can't remember. I usually win the ones off stream. Which is why you winning...
Allegedly.
When I just play against you, yeah.
I don't recall that and there's no video evidence. So. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
So I'm winning twice in a row yesterday.
It maybe got to my head. But it also got to my sleep because today I was feeling so beat. And it doesn't help that it's still summer outside. It's pretty warm. He didn't win. Yeah, true, everybody else just lost. Did I win the last one with 5 stars? In the lead of 4?
God, made 2 mistakes in a row, basically.
No, that was the second one. I don't even remember anymore, I just remember winning. That is true, Psycho. That is true.
I'm also a bit beat today, but not because of that. Just because I've been out in the sun all day, and that just gets you...
Tifa met up with a friend today, and she socialized outside without me.
I know, right?
You know what I did in the meantime? I went home, and for some reason I decided I should try playing Bloodborne again.
Bloodborne?
Yeah.
That's an interesting choice.
I know. I don't know why I decided to do that. And I made it all the way to Father Gascoigne, I think is how you're supposed to say his name. I don't like the game. I don't know why I played for a few hours.
So what made you play that again?
Wait,
let me very quickly look it up if that's the game I'm thinking of.
I think it's because I've been watching Rangers stream Elden Ring Night Rain with Skinner quite a bit lately.
Okay.
And I've been trying to scratch that From Software itch. And I've never really played Bloodborne, so I figured maybe at some point I should, because I mean I bought it. You know, it's a bit of a waste to not play it then.
Okay, it's giving Elden Ring vibes from the screenshots I'm seeing.
It came out before that, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but it's giving the same... I can see why you would want to play. Why didn't you just go for Elden Ring then again?
Because I've played Elden Ring.
Oh, in that sense. Okay.
Yeah, it's relatively easy to answer that. But I've been playing Bloodborne and half the time I was sitting and I was like, I don't like this. The gameplay itself is, are you okay? I couldn't tell if you were about to puke or if you wanted to eat your arm or if you were just yawning.
I'm okay.
It's gonna be one of those streams. It's gonna be great for reading a visual novel in a bit. Anyway, I think my biggest problem with Bloodborne up until the point where I am/was at is everything looks the same to me. No, really everything. Because I sat there, I was trying to talk myself into me having fun, and I didn't manage.
I'm enjoying this.
I paid for it. I mean, I bought it years ago when it was on sale for like $7.50 or whatever. So, you know, it's not the end of my life. Like financially, I can recover from this. But still, I bought it. I want to see the rest of it. I somehow made it to the first boss and somehow won. And I was already weirded out by the fact that I didn't do any damage. That fight took like half an hour, I think. Anyway, I pulled through. And when I kept going, and when all the like normal, regular monsters you fight, they are doable. Like, I'm not good at these games, but I can beat them. And I can survive long enough, so I get to the next boss fight. I just walk into an area, suddenly there's a cutscene. This guy looks just like the other guy I met earlier. So I'm completely confused, but suddenly there's a name, there's an HP bar, and I'm being attacked. And then I do no damage again. And then this thing just two-shots me. And then I have no idea how I get back there because I didn't unlock a new teleport place and everything looks the same.
So what you're saying is we're gonna stream it?
I don't think I ever will. No. Do you remember, Tifa, playing Code Vein? We streamed that.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Citadel? That huge, huge maze-like thing where we got stuck for like an hour or so because we had to press these switches and then go through. And
you
everything
have to walk, like,
looked
through
the same.
these towers and over these bridges.
But everything looked the same, so we could not tell where we were.
And it was like several floors. I remember.
But do you remember agreeing that it looks beautiful, but all very much the same?
Yeah, fair.
Bloodborne. At least up until the part where I got to. Everything, like, if you're down in this, like, sewage area, it's sewage area. There's not much you can do with that. But outside of it, Yharnam, I think the place is called. I know it's a city, but everything looks the same. And everything is these small, interconnected rooms, and you keep going in circles. Oh my god, I hate it. I don't know where I am. I don't know how to get back.
I think I do want to see it. But maybe streaming it then isn't the best idea.
Bloodborne? Yeah. I can show you later.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's something for us to stream.
Fair enough. Well, we did say we would play Elden Ring at some point on stream as well.
Yeah, that I'm okay with, because then, as I was being salty about Bloodborne and me not liking it, I thought about Elden Ring, because all the FromSoft games, the Dark Souls, the Demon Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, they're kind of similar. They share all the same DNA. But Elden Ring to me is ginormously different, because it's not small, tiny rooms and hallways and corridors, it's an open world. And that makes all the difference to me. Because I can stand in any place in Elden Ring and go, I want to go that way. And then I can just go that way.
I guess.
Are there buildings with small hallways? Yes. Yes, there are. I know that. I've played through the whole game years ago. I remember some of it. But generally, you can see where you are and you can orientate yourself with that. I can't in Bloodborne because everything looks the freaking same. It's beautiful, but it's all very similar.
Tried again for 2 hours, quit after market. Well, that's why you play with cheats. I really enjoyed Elden Ring. But
with cheats.
It took me like 3 hours to get past
Margit with cheats.
Without cheats.
You beat him without?
I beat him without.
Why?
But like I said, it took me like 3 to 4 hours.
But by the way, both you and Psycho, I mean, it's perfectly fine to do that. But you guys realize you're not supposed to beat him with.
You're not supposed to go that way, yeah, but
no,
you don't know
you
that.
Are. That's
not,
the weird thing.
Not immediately in the beginning, I think.
No, the story leads you to the fight. That's the thing I hate about From Software. You start the game, And the game, you're being told by the first NPC you find, oh look, this golden stuff, that's the grace, you should follow it. And then the grace points you from one save restore point to the next.
Lead you to that.
And it leads you to Margit the Fell Omen. And then you bump into him, and then you will get wrecked. And it will probably happen to you for hours until you either get lucky or you get really good for where you are at this point in the game.
Lucky.
But I forgot how it happens. I think if you then go back to the grace, your maiden, the one-eyed one, tells you, or maybe you should get stronger first. That's from software telling you you're not supposed to do this right now. There's a big open world. Just go the other way, bro. And do other things and come back when you're stronger.
In the meantime, Dark Lord, Ranger, how are you doing?
I didn't do it either, and I hated it. I spent 2 days until I got lucky and I killed Margit. And then I got into the castle and then I suffered some more.
But even then, especially if you play on PC, you can activate the cheat, like at least infinite dodges. Like, I think that's already a very nice
increase
cheat.
Your stats to bring down the difficulty that way.
Like, it doesn't need to be... You can also go God mode, or you are a maniac like Ranger and you play it on... What did you play it on? PlayStation? With no cheats whatsoever? And like,
where you just have to get good, or lucky, or both.
Basically, like, absolutely insane. But I really enjoy Elden Ring. I don't have the skill to play Elden Ring. So I have to play it with some form of cheats at least.
I bring the game down to my level. And then it's okay.
Well, I don't like full God mode. Unless I get really frustrated at a point, which usually takes a couple hours.
Margit the Fell Omen.
So getting like a bit more HP or like infinite dodging, I think already works.
Yeah.
It forces me to gain a tiny bit of skill.
But not too much.
But not too much.
Understandable. Also, welcome in Ranger and Dark Lord. Happy Sunday. It's not Monday. Stop trying to confuse me, Ranger. Thank you for the 15 stream streak, Dark Lord.
Appreciate it.
Love.
Love.
Don't think I know much about Elden Ring except that it's Dark Souls with Norse stuff. Yes, and very open world.
And beautiful.
And I would argue easier than the Dark Souls games. Not easy, but easier.
Nah.
Yes. Yes, because it's open world. Just get on your horse and run circles around enemies and...
In that regard.
Like, farm some souls or whatever they're called in the game and then just level up a bunch. You can do that. It's like abusing or farming anything open world in any open world game ever. You can do that and it's nice that you can do that.
I suppose. That is fair.
And it looks beautiful. Yeah.
Lurking to edit. Ranger, thank you for the lurk. Have fun editing. Good luck.
All the things she said, but I meant them more.
I'm going to a Ren fair later.
Renaissance fair.
Oh, I was gonna ask, what's a Ren fair? Oh, that sounds like
where
fun.
People dress up and...
Yeah.
I want to say cosplay, but then I thought that's not the right word. Then I want to say LARP, but it's not necessarily live action roleplay. You've been to one.
You just dress up in the... You don't have to.
You can.
You don't have to LARP.
Yeah. Also, you've kind of been to one. We once went to like a... Was it a Christmas market or some sort of festival kind of thing?
It was the Christmas market, which had a
medieval
theme. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, that little like jousting tournament and stuff. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I've ever been to. I've only known Renaissance fairs from American TV and movies. That's not really a thing over here, I believe.
There is a big one in... I'm not sure if it's in Belgium or the Netherlands, actually. Which always seems quite nice. But I've never been to any.
Are there Renaissance fairs in Germany? Oh, we call them Mittelaltermärkte. Which just means medieval markets, apparently. At least that's... Why do I start looking at this stupid Google AI thing? I need to start using a different browser. I hate this so much. No, I really do. I say this like it's a joke, but if I'm being lied to on the internet, I want it to be by people, not by machines.
I think you're making too big of a deal of the porting.
I just have an issue with certain AI products.
But you have several all over the country.
Never really been to one. Except for that one.
Never been to one, but they are there.
Spread the Black Plague for maximum immersion. Take some rats along, you know. Joy for everybody. Please don't do that.
Oh, that would be really cute.
Psycho,
the rats, not the Black Plague.
I don't know if you're aware, but there has actually been a case of a Black Plague in America just last week, I think.
Doesn't it come back every now and then anyway?
I don't know, but I think it was in Arizona. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, in
Science alert, 2 days ago, plague death in Arizona shows the insidious disease never disappeared. Yeah.
I'm quite sure every couple years you hear something about it coming back.
The Guardian, Arizona resident dies from pneumonic plague, health officials say. Did the plague ever go away? Let's find out. Black Death.
How? Well, that's a good question, isn't it?
Well, I don't know for this particular case, but I think electing officials that had brain worms and that are dismantling healthcare systems is a good start, generally, to make it more likely for these things to happen. I'm still on the Wikipedia article for Black Death. It's a long article, wait.
It says there's one in 2011 and 2014 as well.
Where is the... Here, recurrences. Modern day. Blah, 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 blah.
I hate the way you go through this page.
Same. No, it didn't escape. It was never fully gone. Modern treatment methods include insecticides, use of antibiotics, and plague vaccine. It is feared that the plague bacterium could develop drug resistance and again become a major health threat. One case of a drug-resistant form of a bacterium was found in Madagascar in 1995.
95. Then another outbreak in Madagascar in 2014. One in 2017.
Killing 170 people and infecting thousands.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, because unfortunately things happening in Madagascar usually don't make the news over here. Because it's so far away, you know. It's just news bias in every country.
So it's never really been gone, but it makes for good head titles to say someone died of the Black Plague.
Yes. I mean, that's the cause, so that's what happened, but it's not fully gone, because...
Yeah, but you know the news articles are more a fear-mongering type.
Yeah, because it clicks well. People go like, oh my god, the plague is back, I told you.
I remember that from school!
Mm-hmm. I told you voted for the wrong people, this is why bad things are happening, God has abandoned us. Stuff like that.
I don't think we need to be afraid of another pandemic just yet.
We should always be not afraid, but prepared for it.
Prepared, yes, but that's different than being afraid.
Yes, that's why I said prepared and not afraid.
We're gonna start buying canned toilet paper. If there's one thing I learned from the pandemic, toilet paper is the most valuable item
noodles.
You can have.
And rice. I think those were the three things that Germany just sold out of completely for weeks.
Noodles, except for, what was it? Barilla? Pastilla? What's the brand called?
I think Barilla, yeah, the Italian good brand one. Which
no, that's the bad brand one, because I specifically remember in Italy, all of the shelves were empty, true. With the exception of a specific one from Barilla that nobody wanted to buy.
And in Germany, that one is considered the good brand. It's kind of weird. In Italy, there were pictures of people avoiding that one because they don't like it, apparently. And here, that was the first one that was gone. It's strange how just a few 100 kilometers can make such a difference. Complete global saturation. I hope not.
But yeah, toilet paper was definitely the thing that went first.
Yeah, which was really funny because, I mean, one of the symptoms of having COVID was potentially stomach issues,
wasn't a
like
part of it,
diarrhea.
I think.
Yeah, it was, because that's what my dad had first.
Oh, fair enough.
It wasn't a common thing with the first strain, but with like the later ones, it became part of the symptoms for more people.
Well, it was already gone by the first strain, so, and it wasn't a symptom then. Nobody had an issue, but still, it's what went first for some reason.
And nobody could explain it.
It's also kind of weird. Like, do I understand you want toilet paper? Yes, but very worst case, there are alternatives. You still have water, a working shower. Like, it's not preferred way. No, I understand.
Just install a bidet. This stream is sponsored by... No, we're not.
Sorry, bidet is very nice and handy.
We don't have one.
We don't have, but that doesn't mean it isn't nice.
I've never used one. I could have used one before because we once stayed at a hotel that had one, but then I was like, I'm kind of curious, but also...
The one at my mom's house worked back then.
Yeah, I never used that one. I don't know.
I find it weird that your first thought goes to the hotel one when we had one at home.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Anyway. What went next? Canned stuff, obviously. I remember flour and stuff being out. Noodles.
Oh yeah, flour was also a thing. And then people... I remember distinctively, after a while, when toilet paper specifically was sold everywhere, scalpers would try to sell you toilet paper out of the trunk of their cars, but then people wouldn't buy it. And then there were stories of people like buying truckloads worth of disinfection stuff and toilet paper and then being stuck with it and then trying to return it, and the stores were like, no, you bought this, we're not gonna take this back now. Oh, it's funny to me. Because fuck scalpers, especially in a situation like a fucking pandemic.
Yeah, that is...
Straight to hell. There's a special circle of hell for people like that. Oh, people outside are dying, let's make a buck off of it. No, fuck you.
Well, that's kind of what every corporate company is hoping for in situations like that.
But it was private people doing that.
That, yeah, but they're not doing anything worse than what the big chains are doing. Have you seen the numbers supermarkets made? And they still dare to increase the price because of the pandemic.
No.
They hit $1 billion.
Tifa, you don't understand. You don't understand. First, there was a pandemic disrupting deliveries, okay? So that's when prices had to go up because stuff got more expensive. Then Russia attacked Ukraine. Then there was a shortage of wheat. And then there was a little bit of an energy crisis. And all of these things once again affected prices. And then the world economy kind of recovered, found ways around this. But money feels really good in my bank account, so I just couldn't lower the prices anymore. And as a matter of fact, then, salaries went up so that people could still afford things. But if you now earn more, why shouldn't I increase my prices accordingly? So my prices just went up again. Me, in this case, is capitalism and stores.
No, the pandemic showed the worst.
Yes. Yeah.
In not just people, but companies as well. Of course, not all of them. Bigger chains, yeah, that is true. But I'm not talking, you mentioned earlier, no, it was like private people. It came from both ways.
Yes, that's true. This wasn't capitalism, this was basic human greed. I read a comment the other day, I forgot what the conversation was about, but about people being mad at corporations, nickel and diming customers, and this person went on like, yeah, but that's the point of corporations. If they're publicly traded, like if you can buy stocks, the sole purpose of this company is to make money for the shareholders. And I was thinking, okay, then I just hate every system that has shareholders. Like, in the end, it's still greed. You can call it whatever you want. You can add extra steps if you want, but I hate that system. The needing to make more money for the sake of making more money. It's just, I don't love it.
That's how it is. You can't just be satisfied. Also, I'm taking this back because there's one company that needs a shout out, and that is Arizona. Because they are
Arizona iced tea, yes.
They get exempt from every corporate bullshit I will ever spout.
But they are not a publicly traded company, I believe. Are they? I think they're private.
I do not know.
Let me have a look. Arizona Beverage Company. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's a private company. There was an interview with the CEO / I believe founder. Why they never increased their prices. As a matter of fact, Arizona in most parts of the world, I believe, actually prints the price of a product on the product. And they were like, well, yes, prices have gone up for us as well, but I'm rich. My staff is well paid. We're good.
We make a profit.
We make a profit. The people who deliver products to us to make this and then ship it back, they make money off of this. We're all good. Why should I increase the prices? Like, but you could, and demand, but why would I do that? I was like, that's somebody to look up to. That I appreciate.
That is such a nice, like, I do understand. Yeah. Of course, everyone wants to make a profit. It's what you start a company for, and it's what you're going for. But you don't need $1 billion.
Yeah, you can just be happy with going like, I've got what I wanted. I'm good. I don't need to own 6 islands.
Well, everyone wants to be the next Bezos. Understandable. I get it.
No.
I get the human want when you look at him and everything he has, that you want to go like,
but what does he have? No, legitimately, what do these people have? Sycophants, lickspittles and yes-sayers who will do everything in their power to verbally fillet them on the off chance that a little bit of that money trickles down in their faces. I don't think they have any genuine friendships.
No, but that's not what you look at when you see that.
I do.
You see at everything money can buy.
No, I don't. I see Jeff Bezos announcing that he's getting married in Venice. And Venice comes together and spreads banners and graffiti everywhere how much they hate him and the people coming there. I'm like, I don't need that in my life. I don't want to be that guy. I'm good. Would I be more than willing to wake up one day and not have to do anything I don't want to? Would it be cool to just be able to literally decide moment to moment where I want to be, where I want to go, what I want to do, what I want to eat, or what I don't want to do? Yes. Do I believe it's worth selling my soul for? No.
Yeah, that is true. The point is, whatever system you put in as a replacement, people will be greedy anyway. Yeah, it's human nature.
Or we could eventually move on to the Star Trek utopia where we put rules in place that something like this doesn't work. Germany actually had a conversation about this still mid-pandemic, I think.
Also, this really annoying me, but you have something on your forehead.
Thank you. Where our politicians discussed implementing a tax for the energy companies that made way too much money. Because especially the energy sector just exploded with their money intake, win, gain, whatever. I don't know the right term because I don't do finances.
Because suddenly the entire world is at home generating, using electricity and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Übergewinnsteuer, I think it was. That's the German term. Over-win tax. And then this human shit stain in charge went like, well, we can't do a tax like this. And everybody's like, why not? We know exactly what happened. We can look at the data. We can argue where we should make the cutoff, but we can all see the data and we all agree on the charts. And he goes, well, there is no legal definition for too much success. And that's why we can't do it.
And even if you would, they will find a way around it. Then they will just go like, Germany does this, I'll just go to the Netherlands where they don't have this rule. I'll go here.
You cannot be in the German energy sector and not pay taxes in Germany.
Yeah, then suddenly money will disappear, they will put it into something else, and suddenly they don't make as much profit as they did before.
I hear you all, I understand it's a utopian fantasy I have. But I'm saying, if we can see the issue, we could try to fix it. Just keep plugging the holes until the rats have nowhere left to go but through ways that would actually improve the world, like paying taxes. You underestimate how much rich people? No, I don't. I understand that. I just say, let's not give them a quarter. Like, put them in the tax cages that they belong to.
Not happening anywhere close to near your life. Or lifetime, or however you say it.
Post-scarcity, replication-based future communism? Basically. That would be nice. That would be nice.
In 100 years, that will be in the history books. Make it 500.
I don't care. I want to see that. I'm okay with it. Eventually, I hope humanity will get that. Look at today's dictators, all will give up their slaves. When they will hire mercenaries to kill the whole pluggers. Yeah, but you can kill a man, but you can't kill the idea, you know? It's the same with Batman.
I can appreciate your positive thoughts.
Thank you. I just need somebody to implement them. One last positive thought. I realized something the other day while uploading our Higurashi VOD to YouTube. When we started streaming, I thought to myself, there's a couple of games that I really enjoy that I would love to stream. But I cannot, because they are lengthy JRPGs and they're very story heavy.
I think that...
And there is no possible way I could ever sit here for, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 streams and play a long story heavy game. And then I thought this to myself, because I saw an article about a game I remember. And then I watched myself upload part number 98 of our Higurashi playthrough. And then I thought, maybe I could. Because I'm pretty sure every single game I could think of is gonna be shorter than this. So maybe one day we will know.
You're also gonna say the game?
I'm thinking of 2 actually. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Skies of Arcadia Legends.
Isn't that a chain of games?
That's one game.
Yeah, but Skies of Arcadia.
That's one game. I'm saying Legends because that's the GameCube version, which has worse sound quality, but a teensy tiny bit more story. You've seen me play that game.
Don't remember, but sure.
Wow, okay, that's hurtful. That's actually, I think, one of my favorite games ever made.
What, really?
My heart. Yes! Yes!
Not Shenmue?
That used to be. Until we played it together and you opened my eyes. And the other one is Grandia too. That one we've played together like 15 years ago. Tifa, could you please remove the daggers from my heart? She's Googling Grandia too.
Yeah, we did. I remember the character art.
Good.
Yeah, I don't remember the story, but I do remember seeing these parts.
A dagger for every bonus star.
I'll double that even.
Yeah.
No, I remember that. Oh, we could play that again.
Yeah. Not right now, obviously, but...
Put it on the long list of things to play.
It is now that I realized, we can do longer story-heavy games. You know? It's weird how I was like, no, I wouldn't know how to do that. And like even like a shorter one, like Ace Attorney, was still like 20-something streams. Because of that tacked on final case, which was... But still.
Oh yeah, Ace Attorney, we still have one game left, no?
Like 7.
What?
Do you know how many Okay. One last thing to Google before we can get into...
Wait, how many Ace Attorney games did we play? 3.
So we've played Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, right? Mm-hmm. Then there is...
Wait, we only played that?
Yeah, I'm sure you have a release timeline.
Oh.
We played Phoenix Wright. Then there is... one sec, this doesn't really work because they re-released some of these.
Somehow I thought we played 2 Ace Attorney.
How many Ace Attorney games are there?
There, it's a trilogy.
So, there is the original Ace Attorney, that's 3 games, that's a trilogy. Then there is Apollo Justice, that's still Ace Attorney, that's another 3 games, so that's 6. Then there is The Great Ace Attorney, that's a prequel-ish, that's 2 games, that makes it 8. And then, because Capcom has realized that there's a fandom, there's Ace Attorney Investigations, which is also 2 games, bringing it to 10. And we've played 1. So there's 9 games left, Tifa.
Okay.
Well, it's coming next week because fuck Higurashi. No. We're gonna finish that one first.
Well, I'm not gonna do 2 visual novels. And I do count Ace Attorney as a visual novel at the same time.
Same. Fair. I hear you. That's gonna be very confusing for us. Talking about visual novels. Yeah?
No, continue.
No, finish your sentences.
I was gonna say it wouldn't be confusing, but
it
a bit much.
It would be for me. I would start going psh, 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 psh in Hinamizawa. And that doesn't help anybody.
It's what the cicadas do already.
That is true. Talking about Hinamizawa, what a segue. Tifa, what has happened the last time we played Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 7, Minagoroshi, and I said all of this without having to look it up.
The last time we played Higurashi, Rika had led in Tomitake and... what's her name again?
Takano.
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 Into the shrine and has explained to them what will happen to them and that she is also afraid of getting murdered and has asked for help protecting her. We then move on to a... what's it called in English again? I forgot the
next
English.
Scene.
The next scene where we see Tomitake and Takano together with Irie, which was super confusing, but we have learned that...
it wasn't a flashback, but actually the next scene chronologically.
Which was not that surprising. But we have now learned that Tomitake actually works for a infectious disease institute in Tokyo, which has hired...
It could have just been a visitor's badge. Takano works for the government in some sort of capacity. Carry on. Anyway,
so, Tomitake is basically undercover and just pretending to be a student who likes to do photography in here because
nobody likes photography according to Tifa.
Visiting Irie and Takano, who are trying to solve the disease which is known as Oyashiro-sama's curse with the help of Rika and Satoko, who do not even know to that extent that they are being experimented on and just that they're doing some sort of weird favor to them. So they kind of discuss also Rika's demands. They don't really believe that that is going to happen and she just had a nightmare and she's scared. But Takano, having now seen Oyashiro-sama's shrine, was in a really good mood. So she got 4 of some of the best bodyguards that she could think of to protect Rika, if that helps her.
Not quite. Irie, because of what he does to the girls. Tomitake, because of the great service they render not just to them but to all of Japan, and Takano specifically because she was so happy, all agreed that they should do whatever they can to help her, and even if they don't believe that Satoko and Rika, specifically Rika, are under any threat, they should do something out of the kindness of their heart, because they deserve this. So if they believe that there's even just the slightest chance that somebody is out to kill them, they should try to solve this. Yes.
Fair enough. So that's exactly what they do. We still don't really know what is up with those three and what Tomitake's role specifically is. He is the one that gives them the budget to do what they want.
Tomitake. He seems to be involved with the budget somehow. He is the one who talks to the brass about the budget.
But at least we now know he's not who he seems to be, at least.
He's not just a handsome photo man.
Then we also move on back to our little club who went to the toy store to collect some more items for the auction, because there wasn't really anything for kids, so they got permission from Mion basically to raid the toy store.
Oreo said that Yoshiro should help out.
Basically. So they got free reign.
They looted the place, basically. They got all the best merchandise.
There we have also had a little scene where they started playing Mahjong, and there was this secret scummy move that they wanted.
Super Minagoroshi!
Something along that line that they wanted to teach, which is basically a move to cheat. That is also where in this chapter Ooishi is first introduced, and he's a master
of Super Minagoroshi! And he is the one that wanted to show Uncle Yoshiro running the store with Super Minagoroshi!
That's basically how they got to that scene. So they have this moment where they bond a little bit over Mahjong. Then suddenly Akasaka enters the store.
And he is handsome as fuck.
He is handsome as fuck, would get a biscuit with.
He could be the main character in a fictional K-pop band. In a recently released smash hit Netflix Sony Pictures movie.
Oh, that would work, I'll take it. So he came up to pick Ooishi, but then we also learned that Rika knows him. And that back then, or not back then, basically...
In this history... Akasaka followed Rika's advice. When Rika told him, you should go back to Tokyo right now, otherwise something bad is gonna happen to your wife, he actually did. He went back to Akinomiya, grabbed his stuff and booked it for Tokyo. And when he got there, because he was able to still see his wife, she ended up not going upstairs to the roof of a building, but the janitor did. He, the janitor, slipped on a loose tile and hurt himself. He's fine, seemingly, but the wife didn't die. So Akasaka and his wife are now, that's what he says, on a trip to Hinamizawa, just like he said they would happen. Oh, that they would do.
And he is aware that Rika saved his wife's life because as a highly pregnant woman, slipping over that tile and falling down the stairs, it would most likely have killed her. So he is very grateful to her. After that is gone, Ooishi and Akasaka leave because they couldn't stay that long. We leave as well. Then Keiichi has the bumping into the hooligans' motorcycles and scratching them. No, I don't think
he scratches at least one of them. The hooligan, delinquent people grab him. A fight occurs. But when Rika goes, well, this is the perfect timeline. I'm the luckiest person alive. No bad things can happen in this timeline. I'm rolling sixes without even touching the die. So I'm gonna be the hero now. So she gets off of her bicycle, just walks over to the delinquent and kicks him and pinches him and goes, you can't do this, you evil person. The delinquent then grabs Rika, but mysteriously, two working men show up and drag the delinquent off into a dark alley.
And tell us to leave, so that's exactly what we did.
They specifically address Rika by name, even though she's never met them before.
So we don't know yet, but we can only assume that's the bodyguards that have been hired.
We don't just assume this is Rika's words. These have to be the people sent by Takano because of her request. And Nightingale and Heron actually follow them in an unmarked van as the kids cycle off back home. Now we don't know if Nightingale and Heron are actually good guy bodyguards or some sort of assassin sent to kill somebody, probably Rika, because then an explosion will happen and it's like a volcanic eruption or something. Because no bad things can happen here, right?
And that's where we left off.
Exactly. But Tifa is lying. There was still a tip after this. The tip seemed really weird, because the tip suddenly goes to Risa, I think her name is. That blonde bitch that Reina's dad had a relationship with. Isn't that what I said?
You said blonde.
Pink. Pinkish. Pink, and she has the midriff outfit, which...
Doesn't matter. Risa, the woman who tried to get Reina's dad money.
Yes. She has a very thoughtful conversation. Risa is Tomitake. True. Oh. Thank you. Rina. Thank you. It's a shame that she's evil. I know, right? Rina, the con artist, is at some hotel with 2 other evil guys. They give her a ticket to head to Hokkaido for reasons. Meanwhile, suddenly there's a bunch of black cars with snazzily dressed men outside who are storming the building. And the hooligan guys tell Rina that she's about to get killed. And then the scene just ends.
Yeah, it's really random. Weird. Not sure what's happening there yet.
But Rina gave us the most important bit of information in, I want to argue, all of Higurashi so far.
Which was?
That Reina's dad has a big dick.
Oh yeah.
Literally what she said. I'm not making this up. And it wasn't even he is well endowed, I will miss him. Nothing tasteful. She literally goes, he has a big wall and a big dick, but that's about it. Just saying. And I didn't need to know these things about Reina's
Sounds
dad.
like a win.
I bet. Sure, she's talking about Tepe.
No, I think the conversation was about Reina's dad back then.
Mr. Ryugu.
That's what that's who they were talking about, at least.
I think so.
I think so too.
It could have also been somebody else. They didn't mention names. Tifa, are you ready for some Higurashis?
I am ready.
Same.
Fully ready.
Ta-da! This wasn't a mystery I had on my bingo card. Who has the big dick? Same. Same. Okay. Okay. Carry on. Are we just getting like slides of a school life up until Watanagashi now? Are we just skipping all of this time?
I think they're just playing. We're having gym class at school.
Possibly.
It was a very humid day. Not even a slight breeze was blowing. Yeah, it's like today. It had been an unpleasant summer. One that wasn't only hot, but swelteringly so.
Welcome in, Lambda Delto. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
Happy Sunday.
Welcome in.
And what happened to the other 33 of you?
Shit.
I'm asking the big questions. What can I say?
You can ignore that. How are you doing? There were various articles of clothing hung out to dry in the messy apartment windows, but the lack of wind evoked an impression far removed from coolness. In fact, it only felt more oppressive.
I hate that so much when the weather is like this.
Yeah. It's the sticky kind where it doesn't matter what you wear or do. Everything will just stick and coat on you. It's the worst.
When it feels like you're walking through soup when you're outside.
Yeah, like this swampy, like every step is also very heavy.
Yeah.
Like you have to drag yourself through it. Oh, I absolutely hate it.
The other day, it was so humid and hot outside. I mean, it already happened a few weeks ago, thankfully, but I walked outside and I took a breath and I felt the heat go up my nostrils. Like as if you hold your head over a bowl of hot soup and you inhale the hot steam. It was so not nice. I hate summer so much.
Same. I'm a big Higurashi and Umineko fan. Nice, so you have already played through all of it. This is our first run through, so please no spoilers.
A few of us can tell. Okay, so apparently lambda, delta, or 34, all three of these things are a callback.
I'm assuming Umineko. Because it doesn't ring any bells.
Tifa, any answer will be a spoiler.
But yeah, no spoilers.
Ignore her question.
Sometimes we do it to ourselves. Which chapter did you enjoy the most in Higurashi?
That's a good question.
Out of curiosity.
Oh, the Lambda Delta! See, everybody gets it except us. Rightfully so.
There were crooked houses and apartments lining the narrow twisting road. In addition, there were planters and flower pots whose contents were beginning to rot as well as bicycles and cars on the sides of the road, making it even more cramped, more oppressive, and all the more sweltering. Nobody who was in this place at this time was visiting it voluntarily. Is this even Rika? But in spite of what everyone might expect, a single motorcycle came rolling in. The motorcycle stopped in front of a 2-story apartment, one that could hardly be called neat, even as flattery. A man, fairly old and wrinkled, stepped off. When a nearby neighbor hanging out the laundry noticed him, she called out,
This is the intro to chapter 5.
What was in chapter 5 again?
Finding Rina's body in the drainage. This is the intro of chapter 5, just slightly different perspective.
Oh, where they were chatting and then they noticed the smell and then he went to open it. But that was more in a city, sort of. Well, the background.
Episode 3?
Is that episode 3?
One of the previous ones. I'm not good with numbers. Miyakashi? That was Tatari-Goroshi. I don't recall. Earlier.
In that case, it does make sense, or the tip from the previous one does make sense, where Rina was about to get killed. Because it could be that that was now just shown to go like, hey, she has been murdered, and then dumped in the sewage system.
I don't like that. Because that also means something else.
That there are several killers or organizations behind it?
Potentially, but that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Rika believes that this is the perfect timeline. All of her friends had nightmares. The nightmares told them what happened in the other histories. So they avoid their disasters by having these dreams and then doing something about it so that it doesn't come to that point, right?
Yeah. And this makes it not a perfect timeline because someone got murdered.
At least one of these facts, or at least one of these aspects we've seen before. Because if this now leads to finding Rina's body, that is something that has happened in a previous chapter. So at least her dying and then being found in the drainage is something that has happened in a timeline we've seen where things ended badly.
That is true, but it could have no effect on her timeline.
No, but it is something that we've seen before.
That is
and
true.
In my head, for some, I cannot explain why. Maybe I'm dumb. Wouldn't be unheard of. I was getting the feeling that the gimmick of chapter 7 is we know something has happened, we change fate by doing it different, and then it turns out to be much better. And now we're seemingly being brought to something that has actually happened before, so it can't be that lucky.
Well, the gimmick is so far, I think, that everything seems to be going happy, so that they can then trample on your heart by killing her off anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still a chapter 8. Like, Rika's not going to live this chapter.
I'm still on that train too. All of this is just there to make me feel very happy, to then make me feel very sad.
But we don't even know if this is the moment, by the way.
True.
Maybe we should press A first before
I am preemptively getting worked up.
Before we run into the whole thing that is going on here.
Thank you for the follow, Lambda Delta.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Console arcs are just for canon, exactly like Psycho said. We are using 07th mod, so we're doing canon first, and then we check out the what-ifs from the console choices, but only after we finished the main story of the chapter. Which gets confusing, but it is what we do.
Especially if it's a bit later on, because we already had a choice earlier on this chapter. If we now spend 2 weeks on finishing it, it's going to be a bit of backtracking. But we also don't know...
2 weeks?
You don't know how long this is? Okay, 4.
I know. Sorry, I do not know how long this chapter is, Minagoroshi, but I do know that on how long to beat, I believe this is the second longest one.
Well, the more we talk, the longer it will be.
Read your line then.
I already said this line. Well, hello there. It's quite hot today again, isn't it?
No, you've got that right. I feel like I'm gonna boil out here.
Suddenly, I got goosebumps all over my body. I felt like something bad was about to happen for no reason. Everyone gets this feeling in a different way. Some people get a twitch in their eyelids, or some kind of movement in their ears. In my case, I get goosebumps. Satoko was supposed to be cooking dinner tonight.
So it was Rika the entire time.
We didn't have much inside the refrigerator, so I asked her to go grocery shopping. I was just watching TV and relaxing while I waited for her. She was usually back by the time my cartoon was over, after which she'd start cooking dinner. But my cartoon was over. The news had started, and Satoko wasn't home yet.
Wait.
I don't like where this is going.
No. It was chapter 3 that they find Rina's body. Because that's also the chapter where, because of her dying, Teppei suddenly returns. Fuck.
Oh, we're gonna put that in the mix again. Satoko sometimes waited until they had a sale at the store. In that case, she'd usually come home late.
We already know what to do about that, right? Just all get together and jump him and then kill him. Easy.
That must be what was happening. It was too early for me to start worrying about her. But... I can't explain this feeling. I can't explain it, but I feel extremely worried.
Same. Thank you very much for your Keiichi.
A time where cell phones are now an actual thing, like mobile phones. So handy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once I started feeling like that, I couldn't just sit in the room and wait for her. Hanyu? Hanyu? Where are you? I thought she might know where Satoko might be, but she's never around when I need her. Hanyu is not with me 24 hours a day.
This also leads to... Oh. Did I already say this as a prediction at some point?
What? How about you say it first and then I can answer?
No, I haven't. There is one... I need to catch my mouth needs to catch up to my brain. So, I'm saying, because Rina got killed and found in the drainage,
Okay.
now Teppei returns, right?
Okay. Logical consequence.
So, there's a hard fork in the road of fate. Apparently. We can change that too with more prep time. Except, no. There's now a hard fork in the road. If Rina dies, Reina and Mr. Ryugu are very happy, right? Because the whole scamming them and then people dying because of that doesn't happen. And the whole school roof fight doesn't happen. But when Rina dies, Teppei returns to Hinamizawa and he starts abusing the shit out of Satoko again. Leading to Keiichi becoming a murderer.
And what's your prediction?
Well, what are you... If you're Rika, which one of your friends are you willing to sacrifice for your own happy life? Because you have to choose. Hanyu's powers are diminishing every time Rika dies. Rika can only go back 2 weeks last time, is what we were told. So unless Rika would probably choose to end her life right now, there will not be enough time on the next and potentially last cycle to find a way to get rid of both Teppei and Rina so that Reina can have her happy end and Satoko can. / Keiichi.
Okay, I see what you're trying to say there.
What are you willing to give up?
Minagoroshi was sacrificed, right?
I'm saying... So, I've got 2 predictions because of this. Listening to myself talk just gives me more ideas. So, the dilemma is to choose which friend gets their happy end. Rina dies or Reina suffers. But similarly, I think just massacre everybody. Yeah, just...
No, I asked what Minagoroshi was. I thought it was sacrifice, and massacre. Then it makes even more sense what you're saying, but the meaning was massacre. Thank you, Dark Lord.
My other prediction is... wait, today's the 20th.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I wrote down the 13th for some reason. That was last week. Chapter 8 will have Rika sacrificing herself for good and saving her friends.
Okay.
As her ultimate fate. Because faced with the impossible choice, which one of my friends do I ruin? I've seen them suffer. I've seen the fates that befall them.
When you say...
If I get away, and that's not worth it. For the sake of all of these friends I've made, Irei committing suicide, Tomitake getting killed somehow, Takano burning to a crisp, Reina going crazy over the scrapbooks and all of this other stuff, Keiichi doing Lord knows what.
With the sacrificing herself though, do you believe she will commit suicide early on to save everyone? Or Rika, that she will just let fate run its turn and let herself get killed?
Rika accepts her ultimate fate that she is destined to die, but will do everything she can so that the people close to her, that she loves, get the happiest end they can possible.
Okay, interesting.
In a sense, potentially making her best girl. Because she can't do more than that.
I'm not fully convinced yet that is how chapter 8 is going to end, because that would be kind of sad after all of this.
I don't want this to happen, by the way. I'm saying this because that's where the story leads for me. I don't want this. I want chapter 8 to end with everybody coming together and going, we did it. We've proven to everybody, the people, the gods, whatever there is, we can change fate. Everybody deserves a happy ending, and through the power of will and determination and doing the right things, we got there. Did it take detours? Yes, but I want that uplifting spirit there.
We'll see, we'll see.
Maybe Kenta-kun did it with his 11 herbs and spices to create Kentucky Fried Taco.
Ouch.
Possible. Possible.
Hanyu sometimes falls asleep, and sometimes she goes out for walks. Though in her case, it's not a walk, but more like a stalk. She follows people around when she finds someone interesting, and she enjoys observing them. I mean, you gotta do something if no one can hear you anyway.
I have a really dumb question. How does time work for Hanyu?
Is it?
Well,
it passes.
Does it though? Does it?
Doesn't mean she ages, but
no,
I don't think time works any different.
She might be ageless, but does she experience time in a linear way like us humans? Because Hanyu has the power to reverse time. So she might have seen some of this before.
I think you're overthinking it and you're never gonna get an answer to that.
This is Ryukishi. If I expect one author to have an answer for this, it's this guy.
I don't think this is gonna be answered.
We will find out.
Anyway, I had no choice. I'd have to find Satoko on my own. I had a good idea of which store Satoko goes to.
Don't skip the stores. Go straight to Teppei's house.
I should check those first. We're in Hinamizawa. If I ask people, they tell me where she went.
Hello there, Rika-chama. It's a blessing to see you here.
Ipa, did Satoko come here today by any chance?
I haven't seen Satoko-chan here. I've been out here all day, so I would have seen her if she was here. By the way, yes, all old people sound the same when I voice them.
I didn't even have time to say thanks. I ran to the next door. People were greeting me and waving at me.
I'm pretty sure this is also what Rika described she did in the chapter where Teppei first made his comeback.
I don't remember her saying she went looking for.
Yeah.
I'd usually smile and greet them back, but I had no time for that at the moment. Satoko, Satoko, Satoko! I need Satoko in my life! I was able to survive for so long because of her support. Without her, this world would be so empty and boring. Satoko is nonchalant and optimistic, unlike me. I've learned so many things from her over the past 100 years. But I still need to learn more from her. Satoko! Satoko! People stared at me as I ran by them, screaming out her name. I didn't care what they thought though. Satoko! 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 Why are they looking at me like that? I'm looking for Satoko! Somebody tell me where she is! My heart was convulsing inside my body, like a fish out of the water. What little stamina I have. I hate my body for being so young. You know, the store on the corner always has a sale in the evening. She might be there.
This is such a Zelda NPC line. I love it.
Also, this is a nice shot of the village.
Yeah, I would like to go on a vacation once, except for the whole parasites and weird murders kind of thing. Yeah. Also, we have a fly visitor.
Yeah, I know. It's really annoying. Ah, now it left the room.
Wow. You call it annoying and it left. It's like, okay, bye.
Yeah, bitch.
See ya.
I went to a few different places, but I still couldn't find her anywhere. The people I talked to gave me advice on where to go, but I couldn't find her in any of the places they suggested. I continued to run looking for her.
Okay, so what you do now is you go grab all of your friends and you go to the clinic, you get Irie, you get Takano, you ask where Tomitake is, or you go straight to the Sonozakis and you call in every favor you can so that the whole village does the villagers going after Frankenstein's monster thing and together everybody kills Teppei Hojo.
It's not gonna happen.
You know,
especially not after she's been gone for like, what, an hour? Plus, they have no reason to help Satoko.
If everybody kills Teppei Hojo, nobody killed Teppei Hojo.
No one is going to kill Teppei because we all hate the family.
But the villagers hate the Hojos. Yeah, so let it out on this one. I know they won't, because that would be helping another Hojo.
Why discriminate yourself when there's no reason? Why even take the small risk when you don't have to?
Because if everybody did it, nobody did it.
Yeah, but you don't need to go through all the trouble. I continued to run, looking for her. I continued to run even when I bumped into people.
I don't know. I've had so many customers I can't remember.
There are only a few places in Hinamizawa where we can go grocery shopping. I expected like one local supermarket, honestly.
Yeah, I'm shocked that there's multiple. Then again, I think they have like one supermarket and I would imagine the rest is like stores having different products.
Yeah, like the butcher...
The tofu shop.
Yeah,
the soy sauce store, you know?
It shouldn't be that difficult to find her, so why couldn't I?
Because she's in the Hojo house.
Ugh! I tripped on something in the street and fell flat on the ground.
Satoko.
Ouch. I injured my hand on a small rock embedded in the ground.
No.
I didn't feel much pain, even though I said ouch. It just felt hot, as if I touched a frying pan. Suddenly, someone handed me a pretty handkerchief.
Who would do that?
Are you okay? Did you get hurt? Reina, did you see Satoko anywhere? Reina was carrying a grocery bag. I've heard that Satoko bumps into Reina often when she goes grocery shopping. They tend to choose the same stores. Satoko-chan? No, I didn't see her today. Was she out grocery shopping? Yes. You didn't see her? No, I didn't. But there's no way she would have missed a big sale at the market today.
I'm getting this feeling again like I'm sitting in a car and we're driving towards a wall and I can't stop the car.
I was there, but I didn't see her. My brain wasn't getting enough oxygen. It took me a while to understand what Reina was talking about. I understood that Reina didn't see Satoko. But that wasn't the point. They had a huge sale in the market today. There's no way that Satoko would miss that sale. But she still didn't see her there. What was that supposed to mean?
Think, Rika, when has this happened before? You know the answer.
What happened? Did she leave her wallet at home or something? Well, I couldn't find the right words to explain. Should I tell her I feared that something bad happened to Satoko, and that's why I was looking for her? No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't think too deeply about why she hadn't returned home. What's wrong? Can't I help out? Talk to me. I knew she was just trying to help me.
Tell her, please. Tell her, you know the answer is to talk to your friends. You pointed this out yourself.
I even thought I needed someone to help me just a few minutes before. But now that she was here, I had no idea what I was supposed to say. Yeah, she's panicking.
Everything.
No, that's not it. The truth is, I know. Somehow I know. I wouldn't have to know if I was someone else. But I have to know this. Rika Furude has to know what's going on. I know it. I remember it. I knew this was coming. I've experienced a world before where Satoko suddenly disappeared. But the possibility for that happening is as low as Akasaka showing up at Hinamizawa. It only happened randomly in my other lives. This is not the first time. It happened before too. I should see it for myself. I needed to see if I'd gotten stuck inside a devastating world again. Will you talk to me? I'm sorry. Goodbye. Bye. Hey, Rika-chan!
Sorry, bye. It's kind of a horrible situation, but the image is kind of cute. I can't even speak anymore. I'm already getting so worked up about this. No, seriously.
This is a new shot,
chapter 3 was the worst chapter for me.
I started running.
Followed by chapter 5.
I couldn't pretend like I didn't know where she was. Please don't tell me that I was blessed only up to this point and that I'm about to fall back into my unfortunate fate from here on. I thought that this world was different. I thought I could move on to a happy future. I thought I would be able to defeat my deadly fate in this life. But this was just horrible. It was horrible that this was happening to this world. But why is her fate directly connected to Teppei returning?
Because from what we've seen so far, Teppei seems to spend most of his time running scams with her. And fucking her. So with her gone, might as well go back to what he knows.
Yeah, but why is that connected to Rika's fate? Rika is saying that she believes she's now destined to die again because of this.
Because every time this has happened so far, i.e. chapter 3, it ended with Rika dying.
Well, we know of one case where he returned, which went horrible.
Plus, she wants all her friends to be happy with her. Exactly. It isn't just that she wants to survive.
Fair.
She wants to survive in the golden timeline, where everything is as perfect as possible.
That, yes, but to me it seemed like she phrased it like, okay, she's going to die again because of this.
Yeah, but that's what happened last time. Teppei returned, then Keiichi killed him, things went bad, and Rika died. We don't know how one led to the other, but eventually in that chapter, Rika died. We know Rika died because the gas eruption happened.
Yeah, fair enough. You already start thinking ahead, something bad is happening, something bad happened after that, I die. Yeah, fair enough.
Chapter 3! Chapter 3 was... The ending of chapter 5 killed me, but half of chapter 3 just kept hitting me in the stomach. Like,
did you finish your editing, Ranger? I was standing in front of the place that I hate the most in Hinamizawa. Yes. It's Satoko's real home, the Hojo residence. I'd been living with her since last fall, so this house was empty. In the beginning, she used to come back here to pick up her clothing and other necessities. But once she moved most of her stuff into my house, Satoko stayed away from this place. This was a sad place for Satoko, because all she could remember of it was the horrible time she spent with her uncle and aunt, and the memory of her missing brother Satoshi. That's why she never wanted to come back here. But that wasn't the reason I hate the house. It's because I know what happens whenever this house becomes an issue in my life. Yeah.
And in Minagoroshi, Rika was found dismembered in front of Furushi. Yes, true. And when Keiichi was holding a weapon behind his back, and Satoko freaked out thinking that Keiichi did it. That's when they run to the bridge, and Satoko pushes him over.
Yeah, she was naked in the back.
Yeah.
True.
True. And they were roommates. That was true.
Fair. Also for today, the video's at 5 minutes.
Okay, fair enough.
How long are you thinking of? You're doing a full stream video, no? I really don't enjoy editing.
I remember Tifa being like, oh, if I had more time, if I had this, if I had that, I would start doing the editing.
And do I have more time?
When did you ever edit a single frame, Tifa?
I have.
When?
When I have more time. I think my hours have almost doubled in the past few months. When do I have more time?
Which project file was your edit?
I have edited Danganronpa videos.
You cut out the breaks with the YouTube editing.
I haven't had any time, have I?
Fair is fair. When I talked to her about this, Tifa wanted to do like a highlight reel kind of thing. Take a stream and then cut out the best bits, which is fair. I don't do this because I don't have the time and energy for it, but Tifa really wanted to, so that's what I was referring to. Tifa has in fact helped in the past for the YouTube upload, cut out the breaks and stuff.
Yes, and I said I would like to do that when I had more time and energy. Please tell me when I had more time since then.
Skill issue. No, that would be 3 hours. I'm breaking into 3 videos. Fair enough.
Fair. The Ranger actually enjoys editing, if I remember.
Or forces himself to do it anyway.
Fair enough.
Why does Jack's impression of Tifa sound like Pooh Bear? Because sometimes she talks like this. I don't actually have a Tifa impression. Actually...
Yeah. Well, it's the comfiest to sit.
If you're small, maybe. I really don't think I have a good Tifa impression. I could just randomly do a 30-minute presentation about the advantages of cannibalism in modern society, but... Tifa, sit like a human. Thank you, Psycho.
It's fun because I also have Skinner's footage to cut between.
Fair enough. To Tifa, that would just be double the work, and therefore, like...
Basically, yeah. Just thinking of it already makes me tired internally.
Understandable. Go on, Tifa. Rip my heart out.
Oh God, please. Please bless me with just one more fortune. I closed my eyes and prayed. And then I slowly opened them. The window was open on the second floor. I saw a faded curtain swinging inside. As soon as I saw that, my knees realized what was going on, even before my mind processed it. In the next moment, I lost strength in my legs and collapsed on the ground. I saw an unfamiliar motorcycle parked by the house, and I also saw laundry and a futon hanging outside. I was certain that someone was living here. It was proof that someone was living inside this house.
Grab Rika and burn down the fucking building. Grab Satoko and burn down the building.
Me.
Yeah, it's better than whatever's happening inside.
It's never good when there's someone living inside this house. This was very, very bad. I knew exactly why. I knew why, but I felt like I wanted to act like I didn't know.
Can't prove it, but the dramatic piano made me hungry.
Understandable. It's the passion which invokes hunger.
Knowing what has happened the last time these things happened, I feel like puking right now.
There's nothing that can ruin my appetite. Nothing.
Oh, this can. This can, and it does.
Rika? Satoko. Satoko went inside to take the futon in and noticed me. Rika? Satoko looked down and forced herself to smile. I felt so sad. It wasn't just her expression. I could tell that her left cheek was red and swollen. Satoko, don't stay here. Let's go home. I took her hand, but she still looked down without squeezing back. Rika, I think I'm going to go back to this house. What? Why is that? My uncle came back and he told me we should live together in this house. I know that's not what you want. You don't want to live with your mean uncle. But I have no choice. If I go back to your house, he'll come and get me. I don't want to cause any trouble for you.
We've talked about the morals and all of those things of what happens here and what Keiichi eventually does in chapter 3. It didn't occur to me to think about this for even just a second from Rika's perspective. She has seen all of this multiple times apparently, not just once like us. She has lived through this, watching her friend go through this, apparently multiple times. At what point do you shed the last sliver of humanity, and the moment you see this, you just grab a knife, go inside and slit his throat? How often do you need to witness this abuse before you just go, no, not again? Because that seems to be the only thing that stops Teppei in the end, from what we've seen so far, when he gets killed.
It might be a slightly different outcome now when she has bodyguards. The question is if they can just make things go away.
Well, last time, one of the driving issues was that none of the adults stepped in and did something to end this situation. They all had their reasons, there were the pros and the cons, but ultimately this situation didn't change. Maybe this time it will.
I would like to see one where they go to Ooishi.
Didn't they in chapter 3?
No,
And then
he wasn't involved at all.
True.
He only stepped in when after the murder.
True, Keiichi pondered talking to the police, but then we also had the whole... But there is actually also a chance that Satoko was making up some of the stories, because that was all left very ambiguous.
Yeah, but start collecting evidence and go to him. Yeah. I'm quite sure he would listen. I'm 100% certain he would listen. But if you just go with a phone call and go like, hey, she's being abused, and they send someone over, announced.
I still think the least bureaucratic way would be one call to Kasai. By reminder, I don't condone the murder of people.
You're better off without some people.
Yeah.
She gave up with a sad smile. She looked exactly how she looked 1 year ago in 1982. Her uncle only slapped her face, and she's sent back to being the Satoko from 1982.
That's not what that line said.
Oh. Her uncle only slapped her face, and she's back to being the Satoko from 1982. It's exactly the same meaning though. The cheerful Satoko that I knew until yesterday could no longer be found.
Kasa is a tool of the Sonozakis. Well, he's still a person, but he's the fixer, right? You send him in when you need something done.
It would be nice if Mion could, like, hey... I took care of Satoko and tried to heal her wounded heart for over a year. She finally got her smile back. But her uncle took it all away with just one slap to the face. The broken soul can recover over time. But her damaged heart can never be fixed completely. I just took the broken pieces and put them back together. The cracks in her heart will always be there. That's why she wouldn't come with me, no matter how hard I tried to pull her hand. She couldn't get over the fear. She knew just how scary her uncle could be.
Satoko! What the hell are you doing? You better not go anywhere.
I heard a disgusting voice from inside the house. Satoko stared at the ground. Her shoulders were shaking.
Huh? Who the hell is this?
He came out and stood right behind her.
It's nothing. I just bumped into my friend.
I don't care. Go inside and clean the bathtub. I want to take a bath, you idiot.
Satoko scampered back inside the house like a terrified small animal. I feel devastated as I watched her go.
We're asking her to play. I'm sorry, but she's busy taking care of chores. I'm her uncle. Been out for a while on a business trip. Finally back in the village, you know.
Liar. He only showed back up because his lover went missing. In another world, I once let my hatred out on him. But then he inflicted that anger in equal turn onto Satoko, which is why she doesn't. So I couldn't allow the dark flame burning within my chest to reflect in my eyes. Since I couldn't make myself smile, and I couldn't insult him, all I could do was give him a short bow and ran away from the scene.
Intimidated by my scary face, huh?
I heard his hideous laughter from behind me. I cried as I ran away. I couldn't stop crying. I thought this was a perfect world up until today. Why was God doing this to me? It was too cruel. But I couldn't give up yet. I couldn't do anything, but I still had hope for this world. I didn't think the luck I had until yesterday was just a random thing.
What if the true curse of Oyashiro-sama is us as the readers, the players, coming to terms with the futile struggle of Rika?
That could be it. The world isn't always a nice place. I went back to my house in a hurry. I needed to make a phone call. I didn't know the number, because it was my first time calling the place. I looked inside the phone book and found it easily Ah, the yellow pages. Now that was a time.
Weird, right? When everybody just wanted their number to be published in a physical book.
Which was like...
Yeah.
Ah, the fly is back.
You could kill a small woodland creature with it.
Could have smashed that base brain in with it.
Those books... Young people, you don't understand this. Those yellow pages books, those phone books, were so big and unwieldy that there were competitions for strongmen to rip them apart. Because the average human being cannot do that. That's crazy.
I made a call to that number. Ooishi. It's gonna be Ooishi.
Keiichi. Thank you for involving the police. Oh my god, thank you for making good choices for once. And I don't know what I should be doing. I cannot talk to adults about this. Thank you.
Maybe also because Akasaka is now in town.
Yeah, remember how I saved your wife? Now I need you to do something for me.
Like, remember all the things I told you about?
Yeah.
Now is the time to...
You wanted to pay me back? Get rid of this guy. I'm not even talking about killing him at this point. Just make sure he doesn't lay a hand on Satoko and he leaves her alone. We don't need him dead, we just need him to not be a piece of shit. And they don't leave bruises when dirty cops smack you with them. Is that true? Oh, hello. Didn't expect to get a call from you, Furuta-san. What can I do for you?
I already knew that Ooishi could never save Satoko, based on what I've seen in my previous lives. For him, Satoko is only a good way to get at the Sonozaki family. Her uncle is probably his prey in that regard too.
Teppei making everybody sick.
Even if I talked to him about her situation, he would do nothing to save her. The only thing he'd tell me would be to call the Child Consultation Center. I want to talk with Akasaka. Is he there?
Akasaka-san. He went to the hot springs in Wakura with his wife. Do they have a phone you can call?
Wakura? That's not anywhere near here. I thought he was staying here until Watanagashi.
I heard he's going to stay in a hotel owned by a relative of his. I wish I could go too. What? You want to know where Wakura is? That's in the Ishikawa prefecture on the Noto Peninsula.
No way.
I think that's a lie.
He told me he was staying here until Watanagashi. I thought he meant he was staying in Hinamizawa. But did he actually mean this area of the country in general?
It's a city people thing, you know? Yeah, we're coming this direction. Yeah, we meant the whole state.
Can you get hold of him somehow? That was a meaningless question. There's no way I could get him to come here while he's enjoying his trip with his wife. Even if I can talk to him on the phone, he'll probably only tell me to call the Child Consultation Center or something.
You have to keep trying, Rika. If nothing changes, nothing changes. It's roughly a few hours away. Better a few hours than a few weeks or months in this situation. That's what I'm saying. Keep digging. I don't know where he's staying. It's a very famous luxury hotel, so I can make a pretty good guess. But I'm sure they won't give me the room number since we're strict about customer privacy these days. Pesky laws, aren't they?
Okay then. Did Akasaka tell you that he's coming to the Watanagashi festival?
Yes, he did. He's coming back here after the hot springs. They stayed here for only one night and then left for the Noto Peninsula. I'm sure they'll be back before the rest. I'm sure they'll be back before the day of festival. He said he'd be back with a souvenir for you. He means well.
How terrible. I thought it was too good to be true.
Because it was.
I knew it was kind of strange for him to stay in a boring place like this. My luck seems to be turning. This might not be a surprise though. Enjoy your lunch, Ranger.
Please do.
Just like I can roll a 6 3 times in a row, I can roll a 1 3 times in a row too. Happy things and unhappy things can happen with equal probability.
Hello? If you want to leave a message, I'll take it for you.
I looked at the calendar on the wall. I didn't know when he was coming back, but I was certain he wouldn't be for at least 1 more week. I thought back to the past to try and remember what happened. That guy will break Satoko apart in 1 week. I couldn't wait that long. I had to give up on seeking help from Akasaka. Well, that's okay. I still had 1 more option. 1 more person I could rely on. No, that's alright. Thank you for your help. Goodbye. I hung up the phone after thanking him.
Just leave a message anyway.
I couldn't make a phone call to the next person. I'd have to talk to him in person. He's going to Irie.
Yeah.
I put my shoes on and headed to the Irie clinic.
Schneckenaugen.
Ooh?
Snail eyes? Slug eyes? Do you mean snake eyes, like when you roll with 2 dice and you get a 2, a 1 and 1? Because I think that's snake eyes.
Oh, is that what you call it?
That would be Schlangenaugen. Didn't you, a while ago, confuse a snail and a snake? I think you did.
No, a worm and a twig.
Same thing. I don't know the word for snake. Schlange. It is this. Funnily enough...
9.
Exactly. Funnily enough, also the German word for queue, as in I'm standing in line. There's a queue that's formed. German's weird.
We have the same in Dutch.
How about before we go to the clinic, we take a short break, Tifa?
Sounds good. BRB.
BRB.
We're back.
Unfortunately. Not that I'm not looking forward to continuing the stream, but I hate this.
I forgot to get water.
You still have half a glass and I still got something. Do it for Satoko, Tifa.
Yeah.
The clinic's hours were over for the day. There was usually no one here after that. However, since Tomitake was here, they should still be inside the building for a meeting. They had to be there.
Could it be that Irie killed Tomitake in chapter 3 and that's why he committed suicide?
Why would Irie kill Tomitake?
Irie killed Teppei in chapter 3.
As in that Keiichi didn't kill him?
Keiichi killed, or I still believe Keiichi killed a random person on that bike.
Irie and Takano might have covered it up by getting rid of the body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see Takano doing that. But Takano was burnt to a crisp already.
At that point? Not yet.
Assuming that it's always actually been Takano.
Takano wasn't burnt to a crisp there yet.
Yes, she was.
No, Takano even showed up later.
No, she didn't.
I think she did.
Takano was found in the drum. That happens to her every single time.
Oh, true. I'm
Remember,
mixing...
it's rule Z. It's a constant. No, rule
No.
X, actually.
Keiichi ran into her the night.
Yes, but after Watanagashi, she was found dead.
That doesn't mean she couldn't still have gotten rid of the body and all of that.
Triggers. They say good art is supposed to disturb you and to comfort the disturbed.
We're not getting a lot of comfort, but...
It works. I just hate feeling this way.
The front door of the clinic was locked, as I expected.
Time to Assassin's Creed this and climb the side.
That was way too loud. I went around to the back door and rang the bell. The whole clinic is nervous when Tomitake is around. They usually ignore visitors. But I'm special.
What's wrong? I heard you had an emergency.
You need me too? That doesn't sound good. Irie and Takano showed up soon after I was taken to the visitors' room. If Rika has an emergency, then it's a priority for these 2 people. I'm the most important person in this village.
We still don't know why exactly. Could it be someone is trying to get you?
You are protected at all times by the elite security of the mountain dogs. They've been watching you since the day we made that promise.
Yeah, but just me. That's the problem.
I had no doubt about that. They saved me right away when we had that confrontation with those 3 delinquents the other day. That's not it. I have a favor to ask. I want you to save Satoko from danger.
What happened to Satoko-chan?
Irie doesn't have that much power alone, even if he really wants to save her. But Takano controls the mountain dogs, so she does have that power.
Oh, does she know? Okay.
In my previous lives, I was never able to get help from the mountain dogs because I wasn't on good terms with Takano. But this world is different. I have a better relationship with her in this life, and she even kept a promise she made. I trust their ability completely now. Why did she never work on getting that relationship then?
Because for the longest time, as she admitted, she was just stuck going with the flow and accepting the histories she was sent to.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, dying over and over probably sucks.
Yeah, it wasn't until she opened up to Keiichi about this that she realized she could do more by just doing things differently.
Yeah, she gave up.
Teppei Hojo-san is back. That's horrible.
It was mainly Satoko's aunt who was abusing her last year, but Irie knows that her uncle was violent with her too. I told them that Satoko had gone back to the same condition she was in the previous year. I don't know what will happen. I need you to help me to save Satoko. Irie seemed to want to do something for her, but he didn't know exactly what to do.
What shall we do? Shall we call the police and let them know?
I don't know about that. At this point, all he did was come back and take her in as her legal guardian, right?
And instantly started with domestic abuse.
It's not like she's been seriously injured by him. That's not the case, right?
Yes, it is.
But it's only a matter of time. Something bad is going to happen if we don't do anything.
How the... I begrudgingly accept that a line has to be drawn somewhere. But
she only got hit in the face. Hitting your kid is...
That's what I'm saying. But if within an hour of being back in this situation, she's already been hit across the face, like...
Yeah, you had to discipline her. She's been alone for so long, she didn't want to do her chores. I had to. This is a time where it's perfectly acceptable to still hit your child.
Yeah, it's very deep.
So all he did was do that. That's not enough to take any action.
Did you know Yukishio-7 used to be a social worker? As I am often reminded, and I hate it every single time. Not the fact that he used to be a social worker. More power to everybody that does these jobs. But the fact that this is informed by what I assume to be his real experiences. Just...
I hate to say that it's only a matter of time. I knew how she was going to get abused and how she was going to end up. I've seen it in the past. I really wanted to tell them about it, but I couldn't do that. As it hasn't happened in this world yet, they think I just built... As it hasn't happened in this world yet, they just think I was imagining it. I think you should call the Child Consultation Center first.
We don't have that kind of time. I remember Satoko-chan made a false report to the Child Consultation Center once. I wonder if they would take her seriously.
The answer is no. My friends contacted the Child Consultation Center several times in the past, but Satoko always refuses their help. She claims that she isn't being abused. The Satoko from 1983 might have asked for their help, but currently she was the Satoko from 1982. For her, living with her uncle reminds her of the time when Satoshi was around. She feels like Satoshi will come back if she can live strongly, without always relying on her brother. Even if they were to take the case seriously, that's just too late. I try to remember. In the most recent world I experienced, it only took a few days after Satoko was kidnapped by her uncle. It only took a few days for him to tear her heart apart, We had no time to waste. We needed to take action quickly.
We can't really do anything unless she seeks help.
I think Dr. Irie can call the police, but that's about it. I'm very sorry. That's not it. I want you to help her, Takano. Irie and Takano looked shocked, and both went quiet. They didn't expect me to seek help from Takano.
I think they begin to understand the implication.
That's you.
Oh, sorry. You mean you want us to take a much bolder action?
I'm here to ask for that. I wouldn't be here this late otherwise.
I understand, but...
Irie, if you truly cherish Satoko, then please just listen to me this once. Please save Satoko. In less than a few days, she'll really end up in a horrible shape. That's already guaranteed. If you try to wait and see how things go, it will be no different than watching her die. Have you forgotten how Satoko was last year, Irie? She's already reverted to that state, right this very second. In a few more days, it will be too late to do anything. All I could do was to stare at him, believing that Irie could see the future only I knew, the tragic end awaiting Satoko reflected in my eyes.
That must... In the anime or the manga, that could be like the coolest shot.
Oh, where you actually do see...
To get a close-up of Reina, and then you see the scenes from that... Rika, sorry. And then to have the scenes from that previous episode, just like as a slideshow flash over her eyes.
Irie remained silent for too long, a time to call brave. Someone trying to think of some excuse to avoid the issue wouldn't go silent that long. He was recalling Satoko's terrible state last year, and seriously considering if my plea was as urgent as I made it out to be. I know that he really cares about her. Just like how we care about you, Andric. Thank you so much for the resub.
Love.
Love.
Also,
what?
How are you doing? The eye emote?
55 months.
Holy crap.
Beautiful, Zachary. Thank you.
50.
Thank you.
What's 55 months in real years? 4.5 and a month. Damn.
That's quick maths. It was like
That's
12.
That's
24.
about the slowest math you can do in your head, I think.
Times 2 is 4.
48 plus 7. 4 years and 7 months. Crazy.
How have you
Crazy.
been, Andric?
Doesn't it feel like almost 5 years?
That's true. Time has gone too fast.
Because 5 years would be 60 months. That was quick math. 5 times 12. 60.
Imagine all the things we've learned.
Hope you've both been great lately. I have. Sorry I haven't been around Sunday in Utah, but it's fully in office 9 to 5. Congratulations on the new job, and also in office 9 to 5. But I hope you're enjoying it and you don't regret taking the offer.
How do you like your new job compared to before? In office has a lot of perks as well, though.
Like?
I do enjoy being in the office, chatting with people. Like, does it suck to actually go there? Yes. I get that.
I can call people.
I mean, I like a mix of working from home and working in the office.
I can call people.
It's not the same.
I completely understand that it's not the same and that, you know, different people prefer different things.
And you also don't have that...
I'm a staunch work from home supporter.
If you need someone, you would call them, but you don't just have a chat at the coffee machine or just run into someone, get to know them.
I'm very okay with it.
Yeah, I know. But I like that mix.
Instead of bumping into people at the coffee machine, if I feel like talking to somebody, I can shoot them a little message.
I'm a social butterfly, so I love being able to roll my chair over and talk to people. Yeah, that is the advantage. of being in an office. You can't do that at home.
Then I am very happy for you. I'm on the side that Psycho is also on. Why would you want to talk to people?
I hope you have an awesome team as well, though.
Yes, only the best people. The duality of man. Exactly. Different things for different people. I'm happy if everybody is happy.
There's 2 types of people here.
I think there's more shades of grey between this, but that's the 2 ends of a side of the spectrum.
But I really hope you've been enjoying your job.
This is the start of our villain arc. Not if I don't leave my house. You know, the funniest thing is, in moments like these, why would you want to talk to people? Said the person sending a message on a live Twitch stream where it's being read out, talking to somebody.
Still, I feel like it's very different.
Yes, and I appreciate that. That's why I'm saying
safe behind the screen, exactly.
Exactly.
It has a very different mental feeling to it as well.
That's what I'm saying. There's different things and there's something for everybody. The trick is finding what you like and hopefully getting into a situation where you can get most of what you prefer. Like me working from home.
Like, I can talk to people on the internet, but I wouldn't be able to do the same thing if I would be sitting in a bar. Like, then I completely shut down.
That's a different scenario. At work, like if there's like an event purely to socialize, I suck at that. I'm just not good at this. I'm really not good at striking up conversation. Like going to a person and like, hey, I see you are here too. It's like, how does a conversation start from this? But for example, if I'm being told, hey, please reach out to somebody at this department to get this going, then all the barriers are gone because I go there
with a purpose.
And I know how to start the conversation. That is something I know. Do you come here often? Yeah, Monday to Friday usually. Basically, what I don't have is a way into what I consider a useful or good conversation. Not useful. It seems like there's a purpose to it, or like some sort of trade.
But
just
that's
a conversation.
That's the advantage at work, because I'm also really bad at it. But there was a time in my previous function where I knew everyone in the company, or at least one person in every team who I knew where to get to. But I also wasn't I'm gonna have lengthy conversations with this person. You just need that little bit of small talk.
Yeah, that's good.
To have that nice connection.
Yeah.
And then you can just cut to the point. And whenever you come into someone, you say hi. And if you have nothing to talk about, you go like, hey, got a meeting, got to run off.
Yeah.
But you just need these 1 and 2 lines.
Yeah.
And that's enough for office small talk.
In a way, I thrive the most in scenarios where I can strike up a conversation with somebody if I have some vehicle to do this with. Like streaming video games on the internet. Because there's something we have in common. You're watching, we're playing. You know, we're on the same wavelength there. And we can start talking about this, and there's our weird tangents, and the conversation keeps flowing. But if it was just me outside, usually I don't. And as I say this, I realize I had a moment where I did something completely out of character the other day. When was it? Yesterday. I went to the gym alone because
Saturday. Yeah.
Tifa is a hater.
Hey, I did a full cardio exercise at home.
Yeah, see, exactly. See, I went outside to socialize. Well, I went to the gym, but there's other people.
I didn't feel. My left knee has been acting up, and being on the treadmill will only make that worse.
And you shouldn't push yourself, you did the right thing. Anyway, so after the gym, I walked home, and then I bumped into this group of people who were arguing about, I don't know what, it wasn't immediately obvious. But based on the stuff they had with them, they seemed to look for the gym themselves. So I was like, sorry, do you by any chance look for the gym? But like, yeah, it should be somewhere here. So I was able to help them. I approached them, I struck up a conversation, and then I told them where to go. I even walked a little bit with them because it was kind of confusing. I came out of my introvert shell.
I'm very proud
I was really
of you.
proud of myself.
Yeah.
but I had a vehicle to go with. I thought I could be helpful. Sometimes that's all I need.
For me, it's very beneficial since I moved to a new state 4 years ago and I've worked remote since. Being 35, it's damn near impossible to make new friends. Yes. Being in the office lets me meet new people in a relatively safe environment. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I get it.
I think especially at our age, that's where you meet all of your friends, really. The only people I am still in contact with here are ex-colleagues. I haven't met anyone outside of work. Yeah, I mean, it's like friends here.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
So you spent the most time there.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
And especially if you have kids like you do as well, you don't go out in the evening that often alone anymore, where you meet people. So work is where it's at.
I got you. I'm good.
Fair enough.
I'm perfectly fine just laying on the couch all day in Tifa's lap and watching a movie.
But I'm glad things have been good for you, Andrik.
It's kind of like in The Sims.
Good to hear.
You know, in the later games at least, when you make a character, you can give him, I think it's called the introvert perk. And when you just leave them alone by themselves in the apartment, then they thrive. And that's kind of me. Occasionally I feel like being amongst people, but usually I can just scratch that itch by going outside to buy groceries.
It's once a month where you have to go to work.
No, this always feels kind of strange because I say this and I say like, oh, I'm introverted while I'm here talking to a camera on the internet. But those are different things. That's why I should remind myself to use that word I learned a while ago, ambivert. I usually prefer an introverted lifestyle and I don't mind being extroverted in certain scenarios that I find enjoyable. Commuting to an office, being there for 8-9 hours and then commuting back is not that. Sitting here in the comfort of my own home, talking to all of you, having fun together, that does. I'm not just introverted.
Yeah, fair.
And I think most people are that way.
Ambivert?
Exactly. Also, love.
Love?
Or was that too creepy of a love from me again?
No, this was fine. This way
I
is
even
fine.
checked the VOD from the other day when Tifa was love shaming me. It's like, it's creepy.
Yeah,
I did nothing
because
creepy.
it was.
No.
Yes.
One Tifa's creepy appreciation might be another Jack's heartfelt emotion. Meanwhile...
Well, lock up your emotions, they're creepy.
No, I won't. And neither should you.
That's why I need his help.
Stoic look.
What shall we do? Irie nodded and looked up. I guess he finally came to a conclusion. I just hope it's a positive one.
Takano-san, please do what Rika-chan wants you to do.
Irie!
I remember how hopeless I felt when I couldn't do anything to save Satoko-chan last year. I want to take this chance and save her this time.
Oh. 66666. But doctor.
I'm sorry, is this Dutch for rolling dice?
I'm throwing dice.
No, Tifa, especially with your hand.
Better?
I'm sorry, but this is not rolling dice.
You shake it and then throw it. Shake. True.
No.
You did not agree with this, so then it's...
First of all, ever since at least The Hangover, the first movie, this...
What do you mean? Why is that one up?
It's the jerk-off thing. Like,
But not in this context.
If you want to go with dice, you need to start the hand motion visible on screen. If you go...
I did! I have to put my hand up first, don't I? Also, I'm not doing that. I'm even letting it go.
You should let go, otherwise if you use your pinkies too much,
Now
it
there's
breaks.
2 flies, I kid you not. And it's like they're putting up a show, coming in like 2 jets right next to one another.
It's the Blue Angels.
I think
That's
I left.
the biggest fly I've seen all year, holy shit.
I think I left the window open.
Yeah, you did. I think. Anyway, they're having a moment.
I used both hands to roll dice together. Yeah, but this is like a hey victory.
Yeah, kind of.
Like I
you could also do
see
that.
the motion like I have done that before too.
You can also do the Kamehame dice roll.
Yeah, also an option.
I try to not do that because usually I throw them over the table.
But I'm more a...
Okay, good to know. Also, dice roll in 3D. My hand goes into the camera.
Takano didn't think that Irie would make that decision.
I didn't think so either.
She seemed shocked to hear his response.
Same. I would like to ask you as the director of this clinic, please help Satoko-chan.
The question is, why is Takano in charge of the mountain dogs?
Yeah. Also, this might mean that Takano and Tomitake getting killed has absolutely nothing to do with all the other stuff, but their affiliation with some sort of government agency.
Yeah, because why does she have this much power?
Imagine.
Over what's basically... What do you call them? The seals?
The mountain dogs.
Yeah, but if you compare it to an actual real life...
Some special unit. Maybe there is some guy who had some sort of accident and he's really disfigured and scarred, almost like a skull face. And he follows Tomitake and Takano around to clean up after them in his role as like a fixer for the people who do the fixing, but they also need help, right? But he is so unhappy with the situation that he gets really angry about it and tries to take revenge on them for reasons. In some translations they say wild dogs.
It's shorter at least.
That wild dogs to me also kind of has the energy. It could be like in Germany we have the Hells Angels and the Bandidos. I don't know the equivalent of international ones.
Hells Angels.
Is that an international thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite sure that started in the US.
Like those cliche biker gangs that do like gambling and drugs and all of that stuff. So wild dogs could also very much be that in my world.
It fits on the jacket.
Yeah, wild dogs. And then it's a picture of a corgi.
A corgi can be wild.
That's
Excuse
true.
me?
Every dog can bite you.
What do you mean when you say to help her? Please calm down.
Satoko-chan is very important to us. She has greatly contributed to our research for a long time. Protecting her is considered one of your work orders.
Irie continued, though Takano tried to persuade him.
Kyosuke Irie is asking you, as your boss, please save Satoko-chan.
I stared into Takano's eyes together with him. I thought you and Satoko were friends. Please help her, as her friend. Help her, huh? That's a hypocritical way of saying it.
I agree with that. Unfortunately.
You're not telling me to kidnap her and lock her up somewhere safe. You want me to help her so she can have a normal, happy life. In other words, you want her uncle dead, right?
Honestly, I would settle for him just not being anywhere near her. But if that's not an option, I mean...
I can appreciate how casual they're having this conversation, though.
Yeah, it feels kind of weird for her to be this casual about it.
Yeah, but Irie too, it's like, do whatever, you know?
If they had this conversation amongst themselves, I would completely understand, because I want to say in certain areas, you just become kind of desensitized to things. In a way, there's a certain distance. So if your job is to do this to people, then that's just the job, right? You treat it matter of fact, kind of.
Well,
but to have that conversation in front of Rika seems strange to me. A 9-year-old. Yeah. You have a right to make the ultimate decision of how you're going to save her. But if you don't want to do it, I don't mind making that decision.
Dr. Arie. No, Section Chief. If we carry out your order, both you and I will be responsible for it. Are you sure you're ready for that? I looked at his face. Unlike me, Irie has many things to lose. I knew that Takano's words could shake him emotionally. However, he was determined. We can also ask the Sonosakis for help.
Is that why they end up dead? Because we only know that Irie committed suicide.
Depends.
You know, like Epstein did?
Depends on who's after Rika.
Yes, that's fine. Even if I'm called forward to defend my actions, that's better than betraying my own heart.
That's deep. An impressive show from someone who doesn't know what a hearing's like.
Oh no, bureaucracy! If you do it quietly, they may not find out about it in Tokyo. Everyone would be happy that way.
All risk and no reward. If you want, I'll show you more treasures in the shrine. I'll never restrict you from seeing those things.
3 cream puffs.
Please help me. The risk she's taking is larger than the reward I'm offering. But that's about the only thing I can offer her. I don't care about the traditions of the Furude Shrine, as long as I can save my friend from her suffering.
And then, because of all the trespassing, Oyashiro-sama comes down from the heavens and smites Rika?
Fine. I don't want to be the bad guy here.
Set the lady in charge of the murder assassin guardians.
She forced a smile and accepted the favor I asked her for.
Thank you, Takano-san.
I want you to make the decision of how to save her. I will have a meeting with Okanogi later to plan out the mission. Not later, it has to be now. She promised to save Satoko, but she still wasn't motivated for it.
Why am I beginning to think this is Rika being delirious to some degree?
Delirious, no, but obviously she has a sense of urgency to it.
No, this conversation doesn't make sense at face value.
The entire game doesn't make sense at face value.
Yes. And so far, in about every chapter, we've learned that sometimes when things seemed a bit wonky, let's use that word, it's because the person we saw the story through was in a state where they weren't thinking straight.
Yeah, but I don't think that is it.
How is Irie and Takano having this conversation in front of a 9-year-old? Casually. Also, you can't just motivate somebody to just go kill somebody like that if they're that kind of outfit.
It's about the urgency. It'd be too late if she didn't do something right now. I tried to make Takano understand that this is an urgent matter. Yeah, kill them faster?
That's right. Rika-chan and I want to see some kind of result right now. I'm sorry for asking you this at this time, but can you please contact them now?
You guys are so passionate about her. Okay. It might take a few minutes.
Rika be like, press A! What is this organization that they can just go...
Well, don't forget they're already there.
Still.
And if they were doing their job right, they would be standing outside of the fucking clinic right now because they're supposed to keep an eye on Rika 24/7. Which means they should be here already.
Still, I find it questionable at least.
Of course it is.
That they can just go, yeah, okay, let's just kill somebody right now.
A 9-year-old is calling out a hit on someone. Of course that's questionable.
The 9-year-old being in a state where they want somebody dead doesn't even shock me because kids don't necessarily know what that means. The fact that these two adults just go along with it is strange.
Well, they have more to gain.
Thank you very much.
No problem. It's an order from my boss. I'll do whatever I can. Just don't forget that promise you made, Rika-chan. I promise. I'll even serve you some rice cakes and tea when you come to the shrine.
It's weird if you phrase it like that. Is this not strange?
Takano smiled slightly and left the room, of all the things to get stuck on. Once we finally heard her footsteps fade away, the tension in the room dissolved. Irie offered me something to drink, but I refused. He must have thought everything was taken care of, but I couldn't relax until Satoko was physically returned to me.
Like she's a puppy or something.
Irie, does she have enough medication with her? Her uncle will keep her locked inside the house, so she won't be able to come here for a while.
Fortunately, I gave her a stock of medicine and needles last week. She should be fine for a while. However, her mental state can't be controlled by the medication. If she gets too stressed, that can really cause some damage.
That will happen within a few days. Well, murdering him will probably still cause stress.
Probably, yeah.
Takano hadn't come back yet. I thought it would be bad news if she came back too early, but I started feeling nervous after she had taken too long.
How would you have any sense of time for how long it should take to talk somebody into killing somebody just like that?
Well, you can either go, hey, I need you to kill someone. No? Okay, well, see you later.
Yeah, but
That's
it's an
it.
order.
Or, hey, I need you to kill someone. It's this person. He lives here. This is the situation. I want you to do it in this way. Get rid of the body in this way. And suddenly it takes a whole lot longer.
This should still take longer than minutes because there's a child inside
Stop
the
being
building.
stuck on this and just go with it. Do a mental press, eh?
Tifa, I've played
Mental
games
pressing.
like Splinter Cell and Metal Gear Solid.
Mental press, eh? Did you press the A? Irie insisted that I go home because it was getting very late. I couldn't go home and relax, however, until I heard from her that everything was taken care of. I had to wait for her to come back. I needed to deal with this tension until then. Over an hour later, Takano finally returned. Sorry it took so long.
Government mandated lunch breaks, you know. How did it go?
She was looking for the right words. I got a very bad feeling from her reaction alone. Unfortunately, it won't go as easy as we hoped anymore.
Why is that?
There was a murder case in Okonomiya not too long ago. The police suspects Teppei Hojo of involvement in the crime, and they have him marked.
A murder case? What do you mean?
Okay, frame him for the murder.
Yes, make him disappear the bureaucratic way.
Some woman named Mamiya laid her hands on the Sonozaki family's earnings and was murdered to set an example. Apparently the police have taken an interest in the relationship between the Hojos and the Sonozakis. Turns out that woman was Teppei Hojo's lover. Watanagashi is getting closer too. The police want to prevent the 5th curse of Oyashiro-sama this year, so they've marked Teppei Hojo as the candidate for this year's victim and started casting their lines.
What do you mean by lines?
They suspect they can reel in the true culprit behind Oyashiro-sama's curse if they keep their eyes on Teppei Hojo.
So give them what they want, give them Teppei Hojo. So, you mean...
Rika-chan, I'm very sorry. But the mountain dogs can't do anything to him until the police stop spying on him.
Okay, so the mountain dogs and whoever they are part of are so far up or outside of a chain of regular command that they cannot just go, "Here, we found the guy, take him." No. I thought the mountain dogs could perform any mission, no matter how difficult.
That's only when we plan it out carefully with expensive.
That too.
That's only when we plan it out carefully with extensive preparation. Usually we take a long time to observe the target and we look for the right opportunity. It can take between 6 months and 1 year for a mission like this. I like how she's casually admitting that they take hits more often.
To be fair, we kind of know this kind of stuff. If you look in the history of what the FBI and CIA have been involved with and other countries' secret services and stuff like this, not secret service because they protect the president.
Yeah, but more like in front of Rico once again.
The alphabet agencies of the world, like, this isn't shocking.
Well, no, it's
but
not.
But yes, in front of a 9-year-old again.
That this happens, that's obvious.
You asked me to press A on this mentally.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Remember, we are a secret organization. We must remain out of the spotlight. If our secret is revealed, everything is over. It's too risky for us to target someone like him.
I swear, if a mountain dogs work for Parasol Incorporated in Vienna, then when is that opportunity coming?
It will be after Watanagashi at the earliest. After the festival, the police will stop watching him.
That is... No, now you're insulting my intelligence. No, I'm not letting that slide. There's a murder case in Okinomiya not too long ago. They suspect Teppei. They think he's gonna be the victim of a 5th curse of Oyashiro-sama this year. Watanagashi is getting close. So the moment Watanagashi happens, they stop looking at him? When usually somebody gets Onikakushi'd? Really?
He had fun at the festival. He can't be part of the murder. But that would be too late. She's saying it'd be after Watanagashi. I didn't even know if that was a day after or a year after. She also said it usually takes at least 6 months to prepare this kind of mission, since that's too long. I thought this world was different, but that hope was slipping through my fingers.
I'm just saying Kasai still exists. The police probably doesn't think he's the culprit behind his lover's death. If nothing happens, why observe him? Because nothing happened doesn't mean... It just means nothing has happened yet. Somebody dies and somebody vanishes.
Especially if you suspect him in being part of the murder, watching someone for 1 week and then thinking, oh, nothing happened in that week, when someone is probably laying low. It's kind of weird to stop watching him already.
And what's the timeline on the previous cases? Isn't it that sometimes stuff happens shortly after? So I would not just go, oh well, midnight, Watanagashi's over, bye everybody. But the plot needs to happen somehow. So how can we save Satoko-chan?
I think it's best to follow the rules. We should report this to the police or the child consultation center. We can even talk to the school. Okay, then how about we do that? You guys pull some strings behind the scenes and actually have them take action on it.
Just, again, I do not condone these things, but you have people who can do things, right? They can even go as far as to just kill him. Why don't you accidentally, the next time he leaves the house, I don't know, run him off the road?
Well, you have to make it seem like an accident.
Yes.
I would maybe go with poisoning or something.
No, just accidentally my brake didn't work. I'm not saying clash into him, smash him to bits. I'm saying run him and his little moped thing off the street. He has an accident, he needs treatment, he goes to the hospital, and then there you keep him for a while. I'm just saying it's not about killing him, Nessa, it's about him not being in their life. That should be...
I did that so many times, but it never worked.
And now it all goes wrong because Rika just blabbed.
Iri and Takano were surprised. They never had expected me to raise my voice.
I think it's more about what you said than how you said it.
In fact, I didn't think I myself would react this way. But I couldn't keep my emotions in check after Takano suggested all those meaningless solutions. I've cooperated with you guys all this time. I never asked for anything and I just gave you my support. But now you can't save Satoko? With all that power you have, why are you so afraid of saving her? The police and public services are useless. You guys only take advantage of us and never actually help. Fine, I get it now. I know now that this world is nothing but a dead end. I'm not interested in you guys anymore. I don't care about this world anymore. That's right, I can never escape my fate. It's the same old fate that I keep on repeating. You just burn to death in the mountains. You just take sleeping pills and commit suicide. I'll die just like I always do too. I'll lose my life without knowing how I'm killed. This life is nothing but a dead end. I was born to be killed in this world. Die, everyone, die! There's no meaning to this world anymore. I can't put words to my emotions anymore, and I started to cry. I wasn't prepared for crying. I was so lucky up until yesterday. I had so much hope in my heart. But it had all been for nothing.
I think it was chapter 6 where Reina told us, I think again, but that was one of the things she said to Keiichi. When do you experience happiness? Never in the moment. Happiness is when it's gone and you remember it. There needs to, by that logic, I don't agree with this, but by that logic, only when there's an absence of happiness do you feel it. You only know what you lost when you lost it.
It felt like everything was falling apart. I've lived for more than 100 years. I've lived longer than a normal human lifetime. I thought I was blessed with good fortune for the first time in my life. This would never ever happen to me again. I thought a miracle had occurred, but everything was shattered.
Okay, question. By Rika's point of view, this history is foobar, right? There's nothing to redeem this. It's all bad.
Why doesn't she just go for it?
This is harsh, but if you told me, Jack, when you die, time resets, time goes back a certain amount. If you do it too much, the period gets shorter, but it does go back. What stops her from dying and then seeing how far back she got and then trying to fix it from there?
I would just take my shot and kill him myself.
And also, I don't believe that is Hanyu's power. Because not only does time get rewound somehow, but factors change.
Yeah, I don't think you need to see it as a rewind.
That's how it's been explained though.
Yeah, but mentally I don't think you should see it that way. Like I said, it's like a different...
Somebody hits
road.
shuffle on all the options and she gets brought back a certain amount of time. But it's not just time rewinding. Because if it was just like rewinding in, what was it, the Mega Man Legacy collection, right now I would rewind. And see what I can do to not have the situation.
I cried and cursed this world. I needed to give up on my life as soon as possible. Satoko would be waiting for me with a smile in my next one. I wanted to go see her. But what would happen to the Satoko in this world? What would happen if I abandoned her? I didn't know. And I didn't care. Satoko, 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 Satoko. I'm a witch who has lived for 100 years. But I still couldn't rid myself of the human emotions in my heart.
It's a reset, not a rewind, really. Yeah, I would like more details on Hanyu's exact powers.
It's another fork in the road.
His pesky feelings, I know, right?
I didn't get anything to eat because Satoko was supposed to be making dinner tonight. But I didn't have an appetite anyway, so I figured I should just go to bed.
Where's Hanyu?
I still had to make lunch for the next day though. Satoko might come to school tomorrow. I rinsed the rice, hoping that I wouldn't have to waste the lunch that I was making for the two of us. I had to stop thinking like that. I already knew it was a waste to make her lunch. I already knew that Satoko wasn't coming to school again. I felt so miserable while rinsing the rice, that tears started dropping into it as I thought about her. Why was this happening in this world? I thought everything changed when Keiichi gave that doll to Mion. In that world, Mion pretended to be her sister for a week and got closer to Keiichi. But that wasn't happening this time. I thought we would be having a good time until the festival. Huh? That's odd. Wasn't that club activity 2 weeks before Watanagashi? I'd realized something. The club activity was exactly the same, but it happened 1 week earlier than in the world I knew of.
I wouldn't have clocked that.
Same. It was 1 week earlier than in my previous life. I get it now. I thought I was familiar with this world, but it was actually a different one where events are mixed up. That means that even though Keiichi gave the doll to Mion, that didn't solve everything. I thought I was getting lucky. I was confident that everything was going to be okay. I stopped making an effort. I knew that there was a possibility that Satoko's uncle was coming back, but I let her go do the grocery shopping. I would have been more careful and kept her home if I knew that he was coming back to get her. He would have come to their place anyway.
Well, for that he would need to figure out where she lives.
He knows. He
Yeah,
definitely
probably.
knows.
Yeah.
I should be careful in my next life. But there wouldn't be a next life that was so fortunate. I didn't get lucky that often. Even if I locked Satoko inside the closet, it would be over if Reina's father messed up something, or if Keiichi lost his mind. I have to clear up everything that's not within my reach. And I also have to make the best effort I can. Without that, I can't overcome the fate of 1983. In this life, I may be able to overcome my deadly fate with Takano's help. But Satoko will not be there in my future. That defeats the whole purpose. My goal is to survive this year while laughing with my best friends. I don't want to sacrifice Satoko in order to survive. I don't want to live in a world without her. I was blessed with all those fortunes, but I still couldn't defeat my destiny. I ruined everything because I stopped working so hard. I will never again have a lucky life like this. I lost my first and only chance. I cried and scratched at the floor. I didn't know if I should curse my fate or curse myself for not putting forth enough effort. Before I realized it, Hanyu was standing in front of me.
Do you have anything to say to this, Hanyu?
I didn't know how long she had been there. She just stared down at me with a look of pity on her face. Hanyu, I know what you're trying to say. You want me to tell you that you told me not to get my hopes up. There's no way I wouldn't get my hopes up. With it being the first time I was blessed with so many fortunate circumstances. I believed that everything would go well. But you were always telling me not to expect too much. She probably felt something strange at the toy store that day. She realized that the date was 1 week off, and that this was not the same old world that I knew. She'd realized early on that I still shouldn't be too excited about this life.
Or maybe Hanyu's just being a hater.
I've been with you for a long time, so let me tell you this first before you ask me. I couldn't predict what fate held for us today either. The only advice I can give you is this. Fate in this world is as fickle as the weather. Nothing more than a trifle unworthy of joy or sorrow. There are 6 sides on a die. That's the reality of it. And it doesn't mean that the 6 is the best number either. I should just take any number that I roll. I shouldn't be disappointed if I roll a 1 a few times in a row. It's pathetic how I thought rolling a 6 was the best result you could obtain. I still have many things to learn, even though I've been living for more than 100 years. I told you several times, but this world is not a miracle. If you wait patiently, you will come across a real miracle someday. How many decades am I supposed to wait patiently? How many centuries do I have to wait?
Until it happens.
We don't have much power left anymore.
See, we.
I don't think we can go back to a time before June of 1983.
The 1983? 80,000 years!
The amount of time we can rewind keeps decreasing. You're telling me to just repeat that short amount of time for years. I almost lost my mind when I was repeating a few years over and over again. But you're telling me to repeat 1 or 2 weeks for years until the miracle happens?
Yes.
That's impossible. I was betting on this world.
After 10,000 years, she's free. Time to conquer Earth.
She wouldn't have any sanity left.
Character? Franchise? You should know this.
Don't know.
Rita Repulsor from Power Rangers.
How should I know that?
Because you've watched the Power Rangers reboot movie with me in the cinema. As I break the chair. Actually, not in the cinema. We watched it on Netflix or something.
I was gonna say, we have not gone to a Power Rangers movie in the cinema.
The reboot movie I really enjoyed. Way more than I thought I would.
I don't even remember it. I vaguely remember watching it.
Go, go, Power Rangers! I bet you haven't even seen the movie with Ivan Ooze.
I don't even know who that is, so probably not.
We need to watch the old Power Rangers movie.
I was betting on this world. I bet all of my coins on this one world. And I lost.
And that's why gambling is bad, kids.
I lost all of my coins to this fate. I've no more coins left in my heart. These coins are known as hope. I have no coins left to hope for my dreams to come true. Marika. I lay on the floor as if I collapsed. The floor should have been cold, but I didn't feel anything. I lost all of my hope. I always thought people could survive as long as they had some bread and water. But that's not right. People can't live without hope. People can survive because they believe that something good will happen to them eventually, as long as they keep on living. But that's just for normal people who don't know what awaits them in their future.
Skin issue.
Yeah, how you doing?
Because bread tastes better than key.
Well, that is true.
I've never tried key.
You never licked a key?
No.
Or iron, or steel?
That I have. I mean, I had braces, but...
Well,
welcome in Yaya.
Do you know what a key tastes like?
Not necessarily. I would think a key tastes different because there's also like this like grease and stuff in the lock.
Mm. It's less nutritious.
Don't lick keys, people.
Anyway, how you doing?
Pennies taste like keys.
Yeah, exactly, like a coin.
Please don't lick money either.
Right?
No! Tifa, no!
Try it. Wow.
No.
Just getting the pound.
This is about a meme in a prison. Taking a roll of bread isn't...
No, instead of a key to get out.
Hey. Now oh god, yeah, I remember.
I don't know the meme. But honestly, if you don't want to get out of prison, that's a good choice.
The image is there's a man behind bars and he has like a stick or something and he could be reaching for the key, which is even closer to him, and unlock the door and get out. Or he could reach for the bread and struggle with that, and he is reaching for the bread. I always took away from that the man believes he is supposed to be in prison, and that's why he doesn't escape.
No, I feel like hunger is a higher motivator. Plus, not everyone wants to get out of jail.
That's literally what I just said.
No, you said he believes he should be there.
Yes.
I'm saying he doesn't want to get out. There are people who commit crimes
Tifa
just to go to jail.
Okay, I was on the philosophical level. Tifa was going with the epitome of capitalism and healthcare issues.
Seriously.
Okay, fair. Yes, that's unfun.
I think still the hunger is a better motivator.
I was trying to keep it neutral / deep, and Tifa goes straight for the gut feelings. Did you know that there are first world countries
That's why I said
that
the
are
first
so
thing.
bad that people commit crimes just so that they can get food and healthcare?
The first thing is hunger. I'm not gonna do an entire escape plan out of a prison on an empty stomach.
A skill issue, isn't it?
You would fail.
I wouldn't.
Exactly, an army marches on its stomach. So it makes sense.
I guess it does.
There is no such hope for a witch like me. I don't care about anything anymore. I don't care about this life, and I don't care about the next. I just want to disappear and turn to ash. Rika, please don't say that. Rika, Rika. Anu's voice gradually fades away. I slowly lost my senses as I lay down on the kitchen floor and let myself sink into the darkness.
If the next scene isn't in the space between worlds, or the alarm goes off and then Rika has to get up.
She didn't die. School. This is the moment to save.
Tifa trying to end streams earlier and earlier.
Not earlier and earlier.
I knew she
This
was
is-
going to say this, but sometimes there's no point in fighting fate like this.
I'm not even gonna have this discussion again. This is perfectly normal time to end stream.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Tifa, your weakness disgusts me.
This is the time where it is time to save.
You can't even say the sentence straight out
Yeah,
of your
because
mouth.
my trove is dry.
Your trove.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck is a trove?
Proving my point.
What part of a human body is trove?
Proving my point.
Say what body part you meant.
I'll side with Tifa on principle. Yeah, you ruined things, I'm telling you.
I still want to hear you try to say the word you were trying to say, because at this point I don't believe
because
you know how
my
to say it.
throat was dry.
Okay, she can say throat. Okay.
Even more reason to call it a night. Because he's getting annoying.
Everybody remember to keep your troves hydrated. I hate chapter 7. I don't like it. Out of all the things to bring bad, it didn't need to be Satoko's abuse.
It makes sense. The way they've gone to go back towards Rina still being there. Her triggering that, like nobody needs to. Her friends are in a perfect world. There's no need for them to lose their sanity, which means the only other trigger is the external one, which is Tepe. There's no reason for any of them to be a trigger. So we need another trigger. And the only one we know so far is this one.
How could she possibly control all of these factors?
She doesn't.
There's one character that we know from previous chapters that Rika does have some sort of good relationship with that she hasn't gone to yet.
Which is?
Oreo.
Yeah, because Oreo doesn't care about the Hojos. they will not step in. That has already been discussed, otherwise Mion would have already been able to use her family power to put an end to it, and they do not do that.
Tifa, just like the distraught Rika, you make me sad. What was the takeaway from her conversation with Keiichi in the toy store? Don't give up.
Yeah, I don't...
Keep trying.
I don't disagree, it's worth a shot, but in the end, that's what the thought behind it is. Oreo will not take a risk like that.
Screw
Especially
that.
not for the Hojos.
Screw that.
Yeah,
you don't know if
worth...
it will fail unless you try it.
Yeah, I think it's worth taking that risk, but that's what she thinks, and I don't think that's where she will go.
I disagree. To me, this is the perfect timeline. Everything works out. I don't even need to roll the die, and I'm getting 6s. And then not do the things that you could be doing seems almost hypocritical to me.
Yeah, she's kind of in distress right now, like give her that moment.
Yeah, I hear you, but... I mean, she gets...
Wow.
Actually, no, fuck you. Screw you. Because she isn't a 9-year-old. Here's my question. And now we're getting super into the how does this actually work territory. On one hand, I understand what Tifa is kind of getting at. She's a 9-year-old. How much can you expect from a 9-year-old? You know, that's a fair question. On the other hand, this specific 9-year-old keeps telling us that she's lived for over 100 years. Now my question. Am I thinking like this because I've made it to 36? And you only get to have these type of thoughts when you make it to a certain age. A 9-year-old, even if you are a 9-year-old 100 years, wouldn't get to that point.
She hasn't been able to experience that type of adulthood.
Yeah, I guess.
Is she independent? Yes, because she lives alone and needs to take care of herself, but that's still a very different thing. Plus, she hasn't lived 100 full years. She has lived over a time frame of 100 years, an extra 2 weeks there, a month there.
No. That's literally not what she just explained to or talked about with Hanyu. She could reset time back years, it used to be. It's just that she always dies around her being 9.
You don't know how long she has been able to keep up the thing, and if it was a month for the past couple years.
Potato, potato, I guess.
It's semantics anyway, it doesn't matter.
In her defense, all of these lucky circumstances would make anyone too careless.
You would get hope, you would get extra happy. You would think you're finally on this path, everything is going well. I get it. You want it so badly. It's normal.
Is that a kind of philosophical thing that when you believe you've gotten everything you ever wanted, you should not just sit down and make sure that you keep it?
Well, you need to keep fighting for it.
Like a good relationship. You have to keep putting in the effort.
Well, yes. Love.
That was so weak. Hope is all she has, and she has given that up. I was really expecting her now to just shrivel up and fall to dust, and then we get some sort of more insight on the whole, hey, you are my sister, you can see these fragments, that's strange, right? Like...
I don't think so. I think we'll run this until the end now. Besides, what more do they need to say about that?
You know what I just remembered?
What?
You know how a long time ago... Wait, I still have a file somewhere on the desktop, I think. 1 second. Higurashi. Where did I put it? We drew this MS Paint thing about how we think the chapters all lead into each other. can't find it. I don't know where I saved it. Crap.
I think I know what you mean. Before we even started the game, we tried to do the Danganronpa approach and make a couple of predictions about the game. But I'm pretty certain we never saved that.
Yeah, we did. I always save everything. I just don't know where. Crap. I was so sure I know I did. I accidentally saw it the other day. But now that I need it, I can't find it. Anyway.
It didn't make too much sense anyway.
Yes, it did. Screw you.
Well, to do it didn't make too much sense because we knew nothing of the game.
Yes,
at least
it
with
did.
Danganronpa, when we did that for the games
It's not
after
the predictions. It's how we thought the timelines, how the chapters would play into each other. We had 1, 2, and 3 underneath one another. Then 4 as a prequel to those.
Oh, then, well, you would have to find
Exactly.
a stream for that. I'm pretty certain we didn't save that. I thought you were talking about before we
Do I speak Chinese?
Before we even started this game.
See, if you listened, you would understand what I'm talking about. Like these wonderful people, not bad. Anyway,
I don't think
chapters
anyone
1, 2, and 3. I'm just gonna talk louder so it drowns her out. And then we had 5, 6, 7, 8. And we were arguing about how these would play together because 4 is a prequel and 1, 2, and 3 tell the story after that. Where do 5, 6, 7, and 8 go? And we drew back then that 1, 2, and 3 would somehow lead into 5, 6, 7, and 8 is the epilogue. And it seems to turn out that that actually is coming true.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 5 led into chapter 2. Kind of. It was different, but it was ultimately the same general idea. It was the Mion Shion thing.
I kind of forgot what triggered this, but where are you getting to?
Chapter 5 led into events of chapter 2. Chapter 6 is a mirror of chapter 1. So it makes sense if we go with the second half of the chapters have some connection to the first half of chapters, that chapter 7 is similar to 3.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Which was my prediction, by the way.
If that was yours, then that's great, because then in that sense you also predicted, I guess, that the whole major plot point of Satoko getting abused by her uncle would come back in chapter 7.
Well, we'll see how it
That's what I
plays
was
out.
ranting about.
Well, that took long.
When do you flip a switch that you become such a spiteful caricature of yourself?
Because it didn't make any sense where you were going with
It made
this.
all the sense. I'm still looking for that stupid MS Paint thing. Where did I put it?
I can get it for you.
Yeah, I know. I can also just take a screenshot of that thing we drew back then, but that's not the point. That's not what I want to do. One sec. Making everything disappear for a second. If a stream now dies, I wouldn't notice it.
Let me help you look for it.
I thought I saved it on the desktop, which I
Can't you just open MS Paint again and do like previously opened files?
very much do need to clean up. I thought I tried that. Wait! It's even in there, look! Higurashi timeline.png.
See, you're welcome.
Oh yeah.
I said the
no,
wrong one.
We are gonna put this on screen because I predicted that, not Tifa.
No, that was my first prediction, and then I moved it to something else.
No.
I can definitely find that. Yeah.
I kept the receipts, bitch.
No.
Watch.
I I even remember myself saying these things. Don't make me go back to stream and start clipping those things.
There. Higurashi, Jack version, plus tofu.
Yeah, but this was my very first prediction, is what I'm saying. And then you went with that, and I somehow changed my mind into
All
the below.
of this.
I'm not even gonna argue about it. Because
It's
we all
me.
know that's what
Me.
the case is.
Me.
Nah.
And then Tifa over here. Wait, where do you use that? Tifa, look, plus tofu came up with this nonsense down there. The 4 leads to 1, to 2, to 5, to 3, to 6, to 7.
I'm not gonna argue about it because that was my original theory.
The only thing I got wrong is these 2 being interchanged. 6
You're not getting the point though.
was 1 and 7 appears to be 3. So the question is, how does 8 work into this? And then Tifa with her weird bubble, like 4, 1, 2, 5, 3, 6, 7, and then somehow 8 exists outside
you
of
took
it.
my original theory, then I came up with another one.
Even the air around you tastes
So,
salty.
it's time to call it a night. We're gonna be back next week, Tuesday, with probably, I don't know yet. Schedule will follow
Imagine-
tomorrow.
Do you see this? Do you hear this?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no point arguing about this.
Yeah, because I'm right.
Yeah, because you're not.
Yeah. Tifa, all I can say is,
Nah, don't even.
it is said that the amount of gold which humanity has unearthed so far is around
Nah.
212,582 metric tons, which is still not enough to mint the gold medal for Tifa's mental gymnastics.
I'm not gonna waste my breath on this.
This command is not meant for you, Jack. I'm taking it back.
Yeah.
Or meant for you and only you. Then we need one for Tifa.
He knows I'm right. You can't use this on me.
I'm
You know 100% that I'm right.
I'm going to make a mirrored version, a bizarro world command. I'm going to look up the most rare, precious gem metal, whatever it is, and I'm going to look up how much of it humanity has mined. I'm going to make this one about Tifa.
Nah, you don't get that power. The Psycho does get
Psycho
that
redeemed,
power.
add a command. Okay, yes please. What would you like?
But you know I'm right, Psycho. You've been here for that journey.
Tifa is right this time.
That is a good one. I feel like the command should be is Tifa right, because then the bot can say Tifa is indeed right.
Up to you.
But up to you. Yeah, it's something to be used every single stream, really.
No.
Excuse me?
I think we both know, Tifa, that's a horribly weak attempt at bait. Well, Tifa is right, so her suggestion. Okay. So is Tifa right? Yes?
Yeah.
I like how even in this weird world that Tifa is trying to create, Tifa is right this time. This time.
Always.
Because we know it barely ever happens.
I think on stream I've been right more often than you have.
I added a cooldown
But who's
because
counting?
Tifa can't be right that much in one stream. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because I cannot handle the truth, apparently.
Which is even more proof that there's a cooldown.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think I'm doing amazingly well. Most of my predictions so far are on track. Just wait until the very end, and then we will see Satoshi and Irie and Keiichi all blend into one person, and they turn out to be a robot sent by the government.
100%.
Step 1, stick to your own theory no matter what. Step 2, change your mind. Step 3, gaslight everyone saying that you knew all along. That is the way I live my life.
Yeah, to change your mind is basically take Tifa's theory.
I want to point out, changing your mind when you're being presented with new information is a very human and very mature thing to do.
Yeah, but you add step 3 to it. That's where you go wrong.
Maybe.
Anyway.
Maybe. Thank you everybody for Higurashiing with us tonight. I'm sad for Satoko, but there'll be more of this Tuesday, probably floor 7 and 6. Check the schedule, see you then. Bye!
Thank you, thank you.